Hello, we are here with Robbie Goodwin.
Hello. How's it going, Nick and Brendan?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Who is that? Is that Caitlyn Jenner? Who is that?
I was trying to do Red Bar, but it's also Caitlyn Jenner.
It's the same voice.
Can you believe this? I went trans.
Jewish music.
I cut off my cock. Jules, I cut off my cock. I mailed it to Count Kumia. Hey, girls. What is this bit? I don't know.
Right. It's like, that's right. I'm on what? I'm on hormones.
I'm a woman now. This is incredible. I have tits. I have no cock. Jules, now we're lesbian. I love doing a bit for two people off the bat. And they're both on this pod. Actually, 1.5 on this podcast.
Yeah, I don't really watch Red Bar.
Oh
no, and you shouldn't. You really shouldn't.
Yeah,
I've
seen one episode. He had
great things to say about you.
He in retrospect, troublingly pinned my relationship with Shane.
Look,
that was very nice to me. So
this is the thing. Go ahead.
It was like, I like Shane, but this reveals a dark underbelly. It's like, it was amazing. It was actually incredible how much he surmised from that one Kill Tony interaction.
Let me tell you, might be where I mean, he's a dark empath. I have to relate. He has never once missed in his whole career. Red Bar has never said anything that didn't ring true for me. He's just so you
seem to watch hours and hours of him.
I've seen more Red Bar than I've seen more Red Bar than anything out there. I mean, there's more Red Bar than there's more hours of Red Bar than there is any show that's been on television.
I'm just counting down the days till he gets to the Loud Boys. It's coming, and soon, Jules, this guy. He does voices to mask who he really is. I'm telling you. What is Robbie Goodwin running from?
Dude, it would be sick just him playing you just doing trans him.
These they mention me because they want me to talk about them.
I know that
it's
like
good to see you guys.
It's good to see you.
Yeah,
too,
it's
man.
good to see you. I know that if Red Bar, if Coward Hour expanded to the point that we were on his radar, he would not remember that I'm the same guy who he's discussed previously. So he'd probably be like, "Look at him, he's gay, he sucks."
Oh, certainly not. And I'd probably be a turncoat in that. I think I'd have to be sending him info. If I knew that I could help Red Bar, I would have to do everything in my power to help him.
Nick is going to go full on Inglourious Bastards, and just sit with Brendan at a table, and eventually Brendan realized from a game of poker that he's actually a Red Bar spy. This is great. Nobody knows who this guy we've been riffing on for 5 minutes is.
They definitely do, dude.
It is funny. I've only heard him say nice things about 5 comedians, and Brendan is one of them.
Dude, we got to get more. I want Brendan on the obeyment list.
Who else?
More than anything, more than myself. I would love to have myself in there, but if we could do it for Brendan, I would be happy.
Who has he? Who else has he said is good?
Louis J. Gomez.
Like Gary Lewis. He liked Lewis. He liked Gary Goldman's stand-up, surprisingly. And,
and Bill Maher. He likes Bill Maher. He's like Jules, Bill Maher, and we've always said this, Bill Maher is an alpha male.
All right, well, that's a pretty sick crew. Me, Bill Maher, Gary Goldman, and Louis J. Gomez.
Can you imagine? You guys hanging out would be the craziest fucking thing in the world.
Like a green room with Paul Provenza episode. It's just us.
Yes, dude.
I don't know if you should be saying those slurs, Lewis.
Yeah.
And Bill Maher's like, really? Really, Brendan? And then Gary Goldman's like, can we talk about how I'm depressed?
Mm-hmm. No, probably what it would be more is it'd be 45 minutes into the episode, I would manage to introduce myself.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm Brendan. Hi.
Yeah, dude, Gary Goldman.
This guy was so small I didn't even see him.
Gary Goldman would just furiously be going through his suitcase of stand-up tips, just like papers all over the set.
Have you ever
fuck.
seen the Joan Rivers documentary?
Oh yeah, she's got all
Yeah.
the Post-it notes or whatever.
Yeah, she has like card catalogs of jokes. That's Gary Goldman,
that's it.
but it's only his tips. He has no material.
How awesome! You remember a comedian with Jerry Seinfeld? Orny Adams is like drawers of bad bits.
Oh, so great, dude.
Yeah,
I love
that.
my favorite thing about Orny Adams is that total flame out, complete failure.
Yeah.
Like all the dedication for nothing.
I love that.
Yeah.
I wonder if Jerry Seinfeld was doing this on purpose, where he was like, all right, we'll also have someone in the movie that all the stand-ups who go out to see the movie actually are. So like,
Yeah.
like all the guys
Well,
like us
it's
go out and
actually-
we're like, I'm going to be like Seinfeld. It's like, no, you're going to be this guy. Absolutely.
yeah. I mean, but that's why it's a good movie. It's like I think it started out as like a puff piece about Seinfeld, but it's a great documentary because it's actually about this fucking psychopath that is following his dreams to no end.
Yeah.
That's like most documentaries. It was a complete accident that it was good.
Yeah. Do you
Well,
remember
like
him
everything
on,
that Jerry Seinfeld's involved in, dude. He's always the least essential part of it.
Right. Like how he accidentally fell into a 17-year-old pussy. Oh no! I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah. I'm just here as a foil for the pussy. I have all the more interesting pussy around me.
You're gonna let me fuck you in the pussy? Jerry, I met the 17-year-old. You're gonna like her.
Do you remember, like, it was like, it must have been like 3 or 4 years ago, whenever I last was like listening to You Made It Weird. But Orny Adams was on, and he tried to claim that he was like doing a character through that movie.
Oh, really?
that's-
Yeah, he was like,
That's a great move.
he's like, I was being ironic. I was doing a bit.
Oh man,
That was Alex Jones. Remember in court, he was like, "Oh, I'm doing a character. I was Sandy Hook was that whole thing was a bit." You remember that?
Sick defense, dude. Yeah, absolutely. Of course I do.
He
Sick
was
defense,
sued,
honestly.
and he was like, "It's a character."
he's like, look, Your Honor, I was podcasting.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm
Dana
gonna claim.
Carvey will never be caught in a crime.
That's what I'm gonna
'Cause he's
claim
just
when
I was
like
doing bits.
someday when like my wife divorces me and like she's like bringing up all kinds of like abusive things I did when I was drunk, I'm gonna be like, Your Honor, I was doing a bit. I was playing the character of a relapsed deadbeat husband.
yeah, the alcohol was a prop.
Innocent on grounds of being hilarious.
Oh man.
Yeah, I just did Real Ass Podcast, so I'm slurred up, guys. How you guys doing?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Go test one out here.
All right. WAP.
Ooh, okay.
pretty good.
Careful.
Pretty good.
How do you feel about that, Brendan?
Well, just so you know, our
I'm
listenership
targeting your people.
is 100% Italian. So
Oh, that's
you
our
just
problem.
lost them.
Just all of Philly just goes, oh!
It's funny.
I
Like
assume
I'm
they all
only
listen at the same time.
I'm only a quarter Italian, so me dating my girlfriend, I view it as like restoring my bloodline.
Interesting. You're gonna have swarthy little babies.
I
you
say things like that to her. I'm like, yeah, you know, me dating you, it's kind of like when a weeb manages to land an Asian. He's
Right.
like, yes, finally, I'm part of it. That's just me, but like I watch The Sopranos, and that's my like Inuyasha, and I'm like, I need an Asian girlfriend.
I want Brendan to go on Italian Birthright.
That it's just The Sopranos tour.
Yeah.
Dude, that is Italian Birthright. Absolutely.
He just goes to New Jersey.
Yeah. The Sopranos tour is so great because it's a bunch of tourists, and I've gone on it twice. But it's a bunch of tourists going from Midtown, like the middle of Manhattan, like where you want to be, to like the shittiest, like a tour of the shittiest parts of New Jersey. It's so great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, you'll be going on it a third time next time I'm in town.
You better believe it.
we need to podcast from the table at the diner. Do you think they'd let us?
Oh, Holston's?
Yeah, like if
Yes, dude.
if I mean, it can't be like the tour isn't happening all the time. There's definitely times where you can just go and sit there because it's a diner that's open, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. There's
I feel
usually
like
regular people there.
I feel like that tour has to end on like whatever vantage point is from the opening of the show where you can see the Twin Towers. And you just have to like, it has to end there in a moment of silence where you all look where they would be.
All right, everyone, bow your fucking heads. This is a memoriam for both the Twin Towers and Tony.
Yeah.
Not James Gandolfini.
A memoriam for Tony.
I truly don't understand that Tony isn't real. Like,
Hey, me neither.
like I can, if I think really carefully, I can comprehend the fact that he's not a real man. But then my concentration slips and I'm right back.
Whenever you see James Gandolfini like talking without that like pug-nosed inflection that he has as Tony, you're like, who the fuck is this guy?
It's so weird.
Why is he doing a voice?
He's always like, yeah, it feels like that is him doing a voice. He's like, it's very nice to see everybody here today. And I'm like, do the fucking voice, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know why I turned to Bobby Kelly, but
We should do? We go to Holson's, we all sit at that booth, we record like a 9-hour podcast, and at the end we all shoot ourselves so that we cut to black.
That's right. That's absolutely right.
That's our Jonestown.
Yeah, no one even uploads the episode.
The staff definitely gets nervous when we start playing "Don't Stop Believing." Like they do, like the cooks are like, I think we might know where this is going.
We like gesture to a guy next to us. Hey, can you put on this members only jacket? Yeah. Okay, I guess.
Yeah. No, we just put Isaac there. He was already wearing the jacket.
That's right.
I guess I'll wear it. All right.
They must have taken "Don't Stop Believing" out of that jukebox. There's no way.
No, they play it when you walk into the tour. They play it as you walk in. Really? I went there with Lewis and Daniel and Ari Kaplan.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Ari messages me 4 times every day. I have like 60 messages from Ari that I'm just ignoring, like fucking, like their phone calls from creditors. I don't know.
I mean, look, you see Ari Kaplan, what do you think? Oh, fuck, my bills are late. But then you're like, oh, no, my close friend.
I just don't know what's going on with him. I guess I'm going to try to reach out to him today and be like, hey, man, why are you just sending me racist TikTok? Like it's even too much for me. You know what I mean?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Because he's doing like 3 layers of irony. I haven't talked to him in a year and a half. I shouldn't talk shit about him.
Yeah.
Shout out Ari, the heel of Coward Hour.
Yeah.
We'll have him back on someday.
Didn't Nick ask me to be on the Little Saint Wayne, the now lost to time Little Saint Wayne episode?
Yeah, but Nick asked him in like the rudest way possible. Nick was like, hey, we probably won't wind up using you, but just in case we decide to, do you want to do this?
Is that what I said?
Yes, absolutely.
Is it in the messages? Well, no. The reason why he said no. There's drama that we'll get into, but the reason why he said no is because Robbie was doing the episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dude, I thought that he didn't want Woody Allen.
By the way, I like how every. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I thought he just didn't want Woody Allen to be slandered. Also, I should explain why I took down the episode. I realized because I say
every episode I've done has been cursed. The first episode deleted in the first 50 genocide.
Right.
The second episode mostly behind the coil paywall. Third episode now deleted in I don't know which one was manic when you did it or when you deleted it, but there was some mania.
No, I deleted it because because we did the reading of the wrong draft. Like I remember in it certain things would happen where I'd be like, I feel like I fixed that, but I guess I didn't. And then I realized it like much later. I was like, oh, we read like the wrong draft, like the draft that I sent people before I got notes and fixed it. So I just didn't.
Nobody noticed though. It was a good response.
Yeah, I know nobody noticed, but like I don't know. I wanted if it's like the most public representation of my screenwriting, I want it to be good.
Sure.
Well, we lost a lot of great riffs to time. Like, what if Luigi learns about rape? And that's the real tragedy.
I wish that we had done it. I wish we had done it the way that we were going to do it, where Brendan was we were just going to have you do every part that weren't the 2 parts that we were doing.
That would have, I think Brendan was trying to get me into Mania. I
mean, it was going to be like Lucy on the fucking chocolate conveyor belt. You would be having to do every fucking character.
That would have been like you guys, like, it would have been like Jigsaw or something. Like,
absolutely.
Do every voice. Play my games.
Well, I feel like that's what Robbie's life is going to be like when, like, everything falls apart and leaves him. It's just going to be him in a room doing all the voices.
That's right.
I'm going to be the Grinch. I'm just going to be like watching. I'd just be doing a bunch of impressions of other people and looking at a non-existent camera, knocking over my table for no reason.
Yeah, dude, doing
dinner with myself. I can't cancel that again.
Just doing pratfalls while you kick your dog.
Yeah. I love how every Jim Carrey character does bits just for himself. I relate to that. That might be why I like him.
Dude, that's my favorite thing about, like, Jim in Ace Ventura. Nobody thinks Ace Ventura is funny. Like, there's not a single Jim Carrey movie where he does Jim Carrey stuff that is well received by other characters. It doesn't happen.
No, they
never
all hate him. That's why Ace Ventura 1 rules. They all fucking hate his guts. And also, there's moments where he's alone and does bits for himself that make his mission harder.
Yeah, it's very relatable.
It's so awesome.
It is. And he's transphobic. He like the major plot point is like, I had sex with it was like, no, I kissed a trans woman. Somebody stop him. All of them.
Man, speaking of like old transphobic stuff, I just watched Freaks and Geeks for the first time. I hated it. I watched it in high school and I hated it and I thought it was boring, but I think it's not for teenagers. I think it's supposed to be for old people remembering high school. Because I liked it a lot.
It's for college.
Yeah.
When you're in college and like, oh, that's what my life. Because I watched it in high school too and I didn't like it because I was jealous of how cool their lives were.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I was like, they're getting invited to parties. They're not geeks. I didn't get invited to any fucking parties.
Yeah.
Yeah, me neither. To a makeout party? Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Well, I thought that was the freaks part. I thought the freaks were the ones like going to fucking parties and shit.
The geeks did too.
They kind of both do. But anyway, the reason I brought it up...
I actually related more to the freaks because I hung out with the burnouts in high school. I wasn't really a geek. I was way more of a freak.
Yeah, same. The first half of my high school, I definitely relate more to the geeks. And then junior, senior year was the freaks era of my high school career.
Once you learned what weed was, man.
Well, it's like, dude, it's like we learned what weed was, and then the next week we were doing pills. Like, it was a very weed is absolutely a gateway drug.
Yeah, for you maybe for Oldershaw.
That's
don't
right.
tell Cuomo he just legalized it here. Don't tell him don't tell him about Oldershaw spirals. Nick, everything about Nick is like a cautionary tale for like mothers. Like if they do this, they're gonna do this. They're gonna if they smoke weed once, next thing you know, they're doing acid and ecstasy in the basement, dancing to horror movies.
But you know, it's better to do it. It's better to do it now.
I'm joining Mano. Mothers Against Nick Oldershaw.
No, that's not what I want, dude. I want the mothers to be so in favor of me.
Oh, you do love moms.
I want to be in the good graces of the mamas.
You're like you're a real hate fuck for moms. You're like, ooh, I do not approve of your lifestyle. Let's stay up past bedtime.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Robbie.
Did I hit a nerve?
No, it was good.
Oh, thanks.
Stay up past bedtime was just there was something so pointedly perverse about that.
Dude, I fucking hate
We
bedtime.
must respect bedtime. Look, I'm getting...
No, Brendan, no.
As I get older...
I fucking hate bedtime.
I gotta stand bedtime.
Dude,
I'll do Crossfire.
Dude, I'm actually with Robbie. I blew right the fuck past bedtime last night to the point where like I was late for a Zoom meeting this morning because I saw that there was the new Mark Wahlberg reality show on HBO Max.
Yes.
And I was like, I'll watch one episode of this. No, I watched 7 hours of Mark Wahlberg until like fucking 1 a.m. in the morning.
I fucking love Mark Wahlberg.
Dude,
I cannot wait to watch his show.
I am honored to live in the same city as Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg Mark Wahlberg is the fucking... Did you know that... All right, in the first episode, they show this thing where, like, he's shooting a movie in the UK, and every hotel room that Mark Wahlberg stays in, like, a little infographic comes up, every hotel room that he stays in while he's on business, he has converted into, like, a personal powerlifting gym. So he's in this,
fucking
like...
nuts.
He's in this, like, beautiful...
What a burden. Hotels have gyms.
They do have gyms, but dude, he wants it in his room. It's funny, like the room is literally like they've put like weight racks around these like couches that look like they're like 100 years old. There's like this beautiful like ornate molding on the wall, and he's just resting fucking 70-pound dumbbells against it.
Oh my god! Hey, you know what? Too inconvenient to go to the basement to the gym.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well, he needs
I want it in my fucking room.
He needs to get jacked in case he needs to defend himself against another elderly Korean man.
Right.
Let me tell you something.
Or if Ted's in danger.
The bad blood. Let's say this right now. Also, it was a Vietnamese man, and the bad blood between Mark and the Asians. The bad blood between Mark and the Asians completely water under the bridge, dude. One of his closest associates is an Asian. He lets him stand right next to him. He lets him breathe on him. He's very friendly with the Asians, dude. Like,
water under the bamboo bridge.
Completely water under the bridge. That guy, like, forgave him in a letter. Like he wrote out a formal forgiveness letter.
Right. Well,
Why
Mark,
would he do
Mark
that?
told him he's so sorry, and so it's like, how do you not forgive him for that? Look, here's my thing about
that guy watched Ted 2 and he was like, "Look, I gotta speak out.
I can't stay mad at this man who loves bear." Because
Yeah.
Ted's huge in Japan, by the way. They made a huge Ted-themed cafe in Japan. Yeah.
That rocks.
Ted's
Damn.
huge. Like recently, they made a full cafe
yeah.
devoted to Ted.
I
You know
feel like
who
they
loves
aren't
it?
really
Fucking,
making new restaurants
did,
devoted to one movie. Like, there's only Bubba Gum. So I'm
you're right.
amped that
Yeah.
there's now a Ted restaurant.
Yeah,
I mean,
I want a
think
Pain and Gain movie.
Oh,
Kurosawa said one of his favorite movies of the decade was Ted, and it was the AV Club, those fucking assholes, and like, why? And he was like, in Japan, we love cute things, and he say rude thing, even though he's very cute. Like, it's such a basic. Like, this incredible filmmaker was like, I just like it because he's cute and he says the F word.
Well, dude, that's 100 because there's no way that like the humor, like the subtleties of like Family Guy, Seth MacFarlane humor translates. So they literally just like the talking bear knocking things over and being rude. The bear is on the toilet.
Right.
That's so funny.
Right. That's funny. Takashi Miike. And he even said, like, us in Japan, we love this kind of thing.
Oh, that makes... Well, Takashi Miike makes sense because he makes movies that are absolutely depraved and disgusting. He did Audition, right? He did Audition. He did the... What?
Is that the Itchy the Killer guy?
Itchy the Killer. He's directed 110 movies or something like that since 1991. He did that movie Visitor Q where the guy masturbates a dead body using like the fecal matter that it expelled when it dies. Like it's dude's a wild. He did The Happiness of the Katakuris. He's done a lot of crazy movies. Of
Itchy
course,
the Killer.
That guy rocks.
It's about a guy who like his assassin powers are like he like witnesses rapes and then gets too horny and then that like makes him super strong.
Yeah,
it's a very weird movie.
And isn't it also the only time he can come is after I might be mistaken.
I think he has
Sounds
to like
my
witness
honeymoon.
he needs like witness a rape murder or something, and then he gets horny enough that he can go fight crime.
Yeah, he's
honestly,
the man.
we've all been there.
Is this a metaphor for my comedy career? I get so horny, I get into comedy.
Yeah. Itchy the Killer is completely about the brown burden, dude.
Well, every movie is about open mics, as Brendan and I know.
Yeah,
that's right.
Every movie you can make about open mics. Man, bays hate when you explain why the movie you're watching is about open mics. I gotta tell you.
Oh yeah, of course they
Bays
do.
hate White Boy Summer, right, Brendan?
My girlfriend, she does not hate White Boy Summer, but I've never seen her more bored by something I was explaining to her.
I could just see Brendan being like, you see, it's sort of ironic what Chet Hanks is doing.
Dude, I'll tell
that
you.
video rules. It's a good-ass song.
It's a good
As a
song.
hip-hop fan, it's good.
It's so funny how brazen it is. Like,
Yeah.
the Jamaican
yeah, dude.
flag.
But you know why he gets away with it? Because he clearly fucking loves black people so much.
Yeah, he's
So
also
much, dude.
clearly an idiot. He's like clearly
Yes,
an incredibly stupid man, and people are like, "Oh man, White Boy Summer is like a very subtle fascist, like neo-Nazi piece of propaganda." It's like Chet Hanks is a fucking idiot. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
This
everyone
rules.
was like, he made those White Boy Summer T-shirt, like the font. It was like those like super gothic-y kind of like font or whatever. And people are like, this looks racist. It's like, if I could tell you how many Mexicans I've seen wear font like that on their shirts, it's crazy.
They're like, oh,
And
this
so
is like a
then
racist font. It's like, no, he just saw it on like a Biggie album.
Right.
Exactly.
You idiot.
but then he trolled excellently, because then he made one that said "Stop Hate" and he wore it in the video, which is, I mean,
with his arm around a black girl. Like,
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand this Chet Hanks is an idiot narrative. I will say that I'm with you guys on every step of the way, except for that. I think Chet Hanks is a clear. I mean, he's a man clearly driven by good intuition.
Yes,
Don't you
I
think?
agree.
I mean,
He trusts his gut. He
that's
trusts
right.
his gut. I think I just like, in this day and age, it's amazing to have a guy who just clearly does not respond to online criticism at all. Like, that is so refreshing in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? Like, he just doubles down if he gets shit for anything.
This is not a joke. Last night, I have a little money now, and so I bought myself. I set a little money aside to like buy myself some nice things. And last night at 2 a.m., the last two things I purchased online: White Boy Summer T-shirt and then Municipal Mark Wahlberg's clothing brand.
Dude, Nick, you are going to be swagged out.
Dude, I'm so pumped to wear White Boy Summer Municipal. It's going to be such a good.
When you're on the
fucking
East
summer,
Coast,
dude.
you got to go to Boston, rock those two shirts, because you will be the toast of the town.
White Boy Summer, that's a great
absolutely.
shirt to wear only in your own house.
No way, dude. Not at all. No. I'm taking it to the East Coast with me this summer.
You gotta rip the sleeves off, dude.
Yes,
Oh
you're
my
right.
God.
Sleeves off.
Sleeveless White Boy Summer shirt.
Yeah, that's what we
Yes,
should wear
dude.
when we do Coward Hour on YouTube. It's just both like with not good like arms, just like
Yeah, just
Dude, Nick, you know what they're going to say when they see you wearing that? Why is that Mexican guy wearing a White Boy Summer t-shirt?
Well, here's my plan, because like I asked my girlfriend if I got her a White Boy Summer T-shirt, would she wear it? And she was like, no. But that's what she says about every single one of my shirts that she doesn't like. She ends up wearing because she likes wearing my shirts. And I'm like, all right, you're wearing my fucking Gate Creeper shirt. You're wearing my Jism COVID is fake shirt. You're gonna wear the White Boy Summer. I can already see it.
Girls fucking love wearing guy t-shirts.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
they love it. They
What
won't
is that
cop
about?
to it. You want to know why? Because I think that like, especially shirts with like they really love like punk and metal shirts. I think because they do like something about like shocking imagery, but they don't want to be the one to buy it themselves. I don't know.
Right.
That's my girlfriend at least.
I just mean, like, girls love, like, putting on... This might be a little lewd,
Let's hear.
but, like, after I hook up with somebody, they like putting on my shirt. Like, all of them. I don't know why that is.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, dude. Have you ever had like
it smells like you.
right?
There's pheromones in there.
That sounds horrible. Sounds like a fucking raw deal.
It's one thing. Like, have you ever had a chick who wanted to keep like your jacket or your sweatshirt like just after a hookup? Like, you're not even dating. Like, you have one hookup, and they're like, "Can I keep your sweatshirt?" And there's not even a guarantee you're gonna fucking see each other again. 'Cause I've had
never
that twice.
no.
I've never had that, no.
I've had it twice, and both times it was really awkward because I was like, "No."
Well, those
I need
were
that.
homeless women. They needed the coat.
yeah. We were hooking up like in a pile of trash.
Yeah, Nick's like, I live in my car. I need every single garment.
I can't be losing items.
You're taking half of my belongings.
Yeah, I have a limited inventory.
What are you, my
That's right.
kid?
Yeah,
Oh man, Nick, you lovable. It's so funny because Nick is clearly a very smart, very educated guy that I forget his fucking scamp history. A man who talks as fast as Nick should not be homeless ever. I don't understand how that happens.
That's right. It's like, imagine if Ben Shapiro was homeless, just trying to like logic his
Yeah.
way out of the situation.
Actually, it's completely fine to shower at Planet Fitness. The showers are totally serviceable.
I pay my $10 a month, therefore I am entitled to use the showers without having to work out on the weights. I am too tired from like.
The media wants you to think that women don't like to have sex in a car, but that they don't account for the fact that I'll stay over at their place. I don't have to tell them I live in my car.
what a man, dude. Yeah, you know what? Today I fucking bought but I pay.
What a nice little man.
What
a
nice,
cute little man.
Today at the grocery store there was this lady she was trying to buy like $6 worth of groceries, paying with like a clearly fake $10 bill, and there was like a huge dispute. And I was finally like, hey, I'll just put it with mine. I'll fucking buy your thing. And which it's like, I do that because I literally like have been in the same situation before where like somebody did that for me. But she also like thanked me and like ran away. Like I don't know what she thought it was, but it looked like she like appreciated it and then was also scared that I did it. Maybe she thought that I was like,
you're like, all right, well, $6 of groceries. Why don't you suck my dick now?
Yeah, maybe she thought I was gonna Pretty Woman her.
Right. Maybe she thought you were a right-wing YouTuber.
She brought Tim Pool. Yeah.
This guy's gonna try and change my mind.
Well, I bought you a loaf of bread and a half gallon of milk, so it's time to pay the piper.
That's right.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I didn't even think about that. Next time.
Yeah.
That's for next time. That'll be for next time.
Mm-hmm.
I hate missing out on opportunities like that. Now I feel so stupid that I didn't
you
even
could
see
own
that
a
opening.
woman now.
Yeah. Fuck. For $6? Wow. Damn.
What a steal.
Total steal.
Jules, this woman would fuck him for $6.
Oh my god.
I like doing Red Bar because it's just repurposing my Eugene Levy impression.
Holy fuck, you're right.
Yeah. Hello, I fucked a kid.
Oh man. Yeah, it's gonna be a fucking good summer. It's gonna be
a white
man.
boy summer, baby.
Dude, I'm already like, I'm going out to the desert on Sunday. I'm just like,
what do you do? Oh, what? Why?
Oh,
what desert? Joshua Tree?
Yeah, Joshua. I'm going out to Joshua Tree on Sunday because it's my anniversary with my girlfriend. So we're just gonna go out there be.
Ooh, an anniversary. I bet you might have sex.
Yeah, definitely. If we don't, I'll be pissed.
What's that? Wait, I do have a. What's sex? What's it like?
Oh, it's awful.
It sucks. But it's kind of like it sucks, but you have to keep doing it so that you're not gay.
Oh,
yeah, that's basically it.
I should try this out.
Yeah,
and then I have gay sex by accident. Well, I guess your first time's never great.
What a blunder.
Yeah,
everybody's swapping stories. You're like, oh man, my first time was so awkward that it just cuts to you getting raped by a man.
Yeah,
it was like awkward.
Yeah, it's like Robbie's first time he has sex. He accidentally has sex with a man and gets AIDS immediately. He's like, damn, dude, you rolled a fucking gutter ball on that one.
Yeah.
I guess I always say, well, I bet next time will be better. Oh, there won't be a next time.
There will not be a next time.
Good luck getting that next time, AIDS bitch.
Yeah. The first time Robbie has sex, it's a guy who doesn't have AIDS injecting him with AIDS and then immediately fucking him.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Robbie's first time, he's like in stirrups with a gimp mask on. He's like, is this normal? Is this always how it happens?
You remember that Harris Whittles joke that's like, I told a guy I was an infomaniac, but he thought I said nymphomaniac. So then he fucked me. And then afterwards I said infomaniac. And he said, here's some info for you. You just got fucked. Rest in peace.
Oh, fuck. That's such a good joke.
Alt comedy used to be very good.
Yeah.
It used to. Do you guys think Harris would have sold out or become a part of this woke horse shit?
I feel like
it's Patrice style where like he wouldn't have had it in him to sell out. Like he would have. I mean, he would. Honestly, I can't imagine a scenario where he didn't die. Like there's no way to.
It's tough to know. It felt like when he died, like right after is when it like was off to the races with like we only book people whose names we can't pronounce.
Mm-hmm.
Like before that, it was like a lot.
He probably would have.
I remember on comedy.
He probably would have just like stopped being like a public comedian. Like he would have just stopped doing podcasts and kept TV writing.
Right.
Probably.
Right. it's just so funny how quickly, like, even like I could not have imagined like a world where Nick Kroll was like this woke, because he used to, like, I was talking about this with Nick. He used to do like the most problematic fucking characters.
The thing is,
like,
he still
started
does,
out.
which is weird. Like, you watch Oh Hello or like any shit where it's just him and it's like him saying the N-word, and then
They cut it out.
They edited it out of the Netflix special.
Oh, they
Hello.
did?
It's not in there anymore.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really care because it was like weirdly like not even a bit.
Mulaney's
like,
just up at 3 a.m. coked up, like, I gotta get rid of this. I gotta hide the evidence that I ever said it.
Yeah, but then it's so weird. 'Cause, like,
I never said it, and I never will. I said the N-word, and they loved it. They love the N-word. I say it right to them. I go into Harlem and I say, you're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. I'm gonna say it. And I did say it, and they were not amused.
That's his closer.
Yeah.
but
They said, don't say it. And I went, no.
That's a no.
And I said, no, I'm going to say it until anyone gives me even a little pushback.
But anyway, it's like, you watch any of Nick
John
Kroll's...
Mulaney, who had a great bit, women can't be friends. Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Like, you watch any of their comedy and it's still that, but then you see what they pretend is funny and like elevate. It's like no one who writes for Big Mouth has ever made anything resembling what Nick Kroll's comedy is actually like.
I just hate how they like try to act like we didn't see that 10 years ago. Like, Seth Rogen tries to culturally amnesia us by like being like Superbad is fucking crazy if you rewatch it. Like, it would not fly today by any fucking standards.
Yeah, because it's a
They
great
call each other
movie.
gay like every other sentence.
Mm-hmm.
He apologizes for the "I know you're gay" scene, but it's like, well, what about Superbad? That's the whole fucking movie.
Yeah.
It's just guys calling each other gay.
Also, Freaks and
But he was-
Geeks, like I brought up, it has that. I think it's probably funnier now than it was then, but the like weird left field plot line at the very end where his Seth Rogen's girlfriend is intersex, and he just decides that that makes him gay. So then the next scene is him like listening to disco and like thinking, and then putting on rock and thinking, and then putting back on disco. I'm like, these are great bits. This is hilarious.
I remember that. That was hilarious. Fuck,
Yeah.
I forgot about that bit, actually. Damn.
And it is funny that like
comedy used to be funny.
yeah. But it's also funny because like the part that was supposed to be like progressive then, now people would find it like very offensive. Where like at the very end he decides like, you know what, it's fine. I've decided that you're a woman. And it's like heartfelt, like the audience claps, but like,
Right.
But now it'd be like, oh well, actually, you are a Nazi if you think that she's not a man, and it doesn't make you horny. Also,
Right.
There was a Family Guy that came out in like 2009, 2010. At the time, Seth MacFarlane was like, I actually think that like it's a rare progressive episode for Family Guy where Brian like dates Quagmire's trans mom.
Oh, that's right.
But it's like I rewatched it. It's like the ending is just Brian throwing up for 2 minutes because he found out that she was trans.
Yeah, he pulls Ace Ventura, basically.
Yeah, and at the time, Seth was doing like this is a very progressive episode.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
we're
Seth
actually,
MacFarlane while being gay.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Seth MacFarlane probably wrote the episode, and then he's like, and make him throw up at the end so that no one thinks I am gay.
Yeah. I'm definitely not gay. I just love to sing and dance and be single my life, despite being a millionaire. I love being. I'm totally straight. I'm just another guy who turns down Charlize Theron.
Yeah, that is the craziest fucking story. I thought he was married, though. I guess I'm wrong.
I don't know this story.
No, he's single.
You're right.
Charlize Theron like really came on to him backstage at the Oscars, I think. And
Well, I thought it was on the set of
A Million Days.
Ways to Die
Oh
in the
yeah,
West.
yeah. Okay, maybe that was it. And and he was like, and he turned her down. He's like, no thanks.
Oh,
Then
so
apparently, but apparently he fucked Khaleesi from Game of Thrones. So I don't know. This guy's all over the place.
All it says on his wiki is from 2012 until 2013, McFarlane was in a relationship with Emilia Clarke. They have remained on good terms. It sounds kind of, I don't know. It sounds like a beard. That definitely doesn't sound like it was a real relationship.
Do you want to pretend I'm not gay with me?
Also, like, you never saw pictures of them together.
That's true. Yeah, you just like heard in the press that they were together. Wow.
That was definitely a favor.
That's a Jesselnick Schumer situation.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Holy shit.
Jesselnick was like, why don't I write your whole first album for you and we can get away with something.
Yeah, definitely. Damn, dude.
Well, this is the podcast where we out people. Who else are we going to out? Robbie.
I know this
got
for
him.
sure.
I know a few.
Yeah,
Do you actually
Robbie.
want me to out some people? Hey, whoa. I don't want to hear that word in here again. Nobody's got age. Damn. We could just do a podcast that's quoting The Sopranos, and I'd be happy.
We've done that.
Yeah, we've done it.
We actually did that.
We've done it multiple times.
Cumtown stole fucking woke Tony Soprano that I did on your show.
Dude, I couldn't. But we keep putting things into the ether and then much bigger podcasts do it. Like
I know.
Later.
Yeah,
it's absolutely brutal.
it is. I got to piss real quick, if that's okay.
Oh, go piss, man. Mm-hmm. How did you not do this before the show, Robbie?
Robbie,
I did, but I chugged a shitload of water also right before the show. So
Robbie,
I've just like
pee in a bottle.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, I'm gonna go piss.
All right, see you, buddy. Enjoy that.
He's not
Goddamn,
peeing in a
dude.
bottle. Wait, who does he think he is? He thinks he's better than me?
Yeah, he definitely does.
I pee in bottles all the time.
Are you still doing it?
Not very often.
So yes, that's a way to really cushion the yes.
It's only when I it's only when I have like a good bottle handy. Like it has to be a Gatorade.
Oh my! So it's wide enough.
Yeah, so it's wide enough.
Yeah, you don't want to like
you
be
can fit your
jamming-
whole penis in it.
You don't want to be trying to like jam your soft penis into a Dasani bottle.
Yeah,
That's
because I mean
not good.
I've pissed in all kinds of. I've pissed in like open cans before.
That seems really dicey, dude. Like,
It is
like,
dicey.
I know
'cause
that
you can definitely cut your penis.
you can definitely circumcise yourself. I know that you're so upset about like losing your foreskin, but it's very possible you would have done it to yourself by now.
I hate getting double circumcised.
Dude, I was having this thought the other day because I know that you're big anti-circ. And I am too. I think it's fucked up.
Yeah.
But like, how fucked up would it be if you jump in front of the doctor and his scalpel and you're like, you're not fucking circumcising my son. I will not have this. How betrayed would you feel if like when your son turns 13, he decides to get circumcised on his own?
I wouldn't feel betrayed because for me, a lot of my argument is that it's a consent issue. Where
really?
If my son is old enough and decides that he wants to be circumcised, I'm fine with it. I don't feel comfortable making that decision for him.
But what I'm saying is, he's like upset with you. He's like, why did you let me grow up a freak? he's like angry at you for like not circling the tip of his cock.
If there's anything I've learned about parenting from observing my parents, it's that you can't pay any mind when your kids are upset with something you did.
I guess that's true. I guess
Dude,
that
if they were gonna circumcise my son, it would be like the end of The Last of Us, where I would like kick my way in and kill the doctors.
Yeah, that's right.
Brendan, if this was The Last of Us, you'd be the little girl. Let's be real.
Take it back.
Where are you taking me? Where are we going? By the way, I also am team pee in bottle because I have to pee all the fucking time very frequently. So in the middle of the night, sometimes I'll pee in a bottle.
Did you do something to your bladder? Do you guys have little bladders?
It might be an anxiety thing. I think very highly anxious people have to pee all the time.
Oh, that could be true.
Well, I know that. I mean, I pee a lot. I like pee, like, people are always noticing how often I have to pee, but it'll never, like, get me out of bed. You know what I mean? Like, I never have to, like, roll over and pee in the bottle. Yeah, hi, Rita.
Hi, buddy.
She's hanging out.
Well, also, maybe the anxious people pee a lot thing might be because, like, at a party, I'll pretend I have to pee, like, multiple times if I'm in a conversation that I want to leave or, like,
oh, yeah.
I don't know what to say next.
When my family are talking in Farsi, I'm in the bathroom just on my phone.
Trying to drown out their disgusting language with your stream of piss.
Can you speak Farsi, Robbie?
I can say, like, salam, b'marhaba, She'd throw us. I guess I like.
Whoa! This is not that kind of podcast. Chill the fuck
Yeah,
out.
look, we're not trying to
disgusting.
we're not trying to get flagged by the NSA here.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, Robbie.
How awesome was it when Tony sold out those Muslim guys to the FBI? Just
Look at all fundamental and shit.
Look at all fundamental and shit.
Yeah, that's how I feel when I look at a poster for a show at the Lyric Hyperion.
That's right.
Like,
right. Suddenly, yeah. Look, man, sometimes Seth Simons can come in handy. Actually, that's very bad. You should not be saying anything that's on...
Yeah, dude, he's just digging through old tweets while the police's "I'll be watching you" is fucking playing.
How funny was it? He took a victory lap for. He's like, I did not appear on an HBO series about cancel culture, but just so everyone know, I could have been on TV.
He phrases everything in like the weakest way possible. Like the way he wrote the tweet, he's like, "I hope you'll forgive me for not appearing on blah blah blah." It's like. Why wouldn't you just say, like, hey, I got approached to do this and I decided not to? It's like everything has to be in the most passive voice possible so that you can worm out of it from, like, no matter what angle somebody criticizes you.
I took the I'll hope you forgive me as, like, kind of like sarcastic. Yeah, like him kind of shitting on the show.
I mean, it is sarcastic, but the point is that he phrases everything in the weakest terms possible so that you could claim any angle, like, defending it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, dude, he has no actual principles or thoughts. He's fucking he is Red Bar, but with way more pretense of being a good person.
Well, it's funny because that's
a lot worse.
That show, it's Sam Jay's show, so he was like, I actually elected not to have a dialogue with a queer person of color. I know. I almost said something so wrong.
You almost said a really good roast. You almost said something really funny, Nick.
No, you know what? She was actually very nice. I did a couple shows with her the first year I was in LA. She's a very nice person.
No, Sam's very nice.
She's hilarious.
There's a couple people I knew who got SNL and stopped talking to me and have been really rude to me since they got it. But Sam, when I see her like at a comedy club, she's always been really, really nice.
Yeah,
Nick, it's funny that the one time you accidentally misgendered someone, so now just to cover your bases, you're just like assuming anyone's trans.
Who's to say? I think we honestly, technically, we all are. I think that's true. We all are, dude.
You hear that? Isn't the Matrix a metaphor? I actually just talked about this on RIP.
It is that's what they say.
Matrix is a trans metaphor. Yeah.
I mean, I get, but you would think that at some point they would just go trans. You'd think they would like jack into the Matrix and all have like beautiful juicy tits.
Whoa, I got
anything could happen. Yeah, like. Do
you think Neo will be trans in 4?
Oh, I bet they do something. They have to, right?
Yeah. I guess so.
I guess
I don't know. I think you know what? They're going to be way more explicit with the woke commentary. I think, if I were to guess, because I think that got them a new round of very positive press.
Yeah, even though I really like the Wachowskis, dude. I even like Speed Racer fucking rocks.
I like them too. I like Cloud Atlas.
Cloud Atlas, dude. I would give Cloud Atlas is another movie where like the original cut has never. There was like a longer cut that premiered at Cannes or something, and it still hasn't seen the light of day. I would love to watch the 5-hour Cloud Atlas,
dude. So when I was in the theater at Cloud Atlas, there was a homeless guy in there for shelter, and he walked out halfway through.
Well, it's funny because like Cloud Atlas, it's like that movie's not woke. They put Tom Hanks in fucking yellowface.
The Halle Berry's in Yellowface.
Oh, Halle Berry's in that's right. God, I'm so stupid. Halle Berry's in Yellowface.
But yeah, Tom Hanks, dude, what they do to Tom Hanks is awesome. They make him Chet Hanks in a couple scenes.
That's right. Yeah, when he's got the fucking goatee.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, like, it feels like that is like that source material is like the best possible defense for doing that. Would people really be mad? I mean, they would, but like, should they?
Well, it is based on a book, and it's like a meta. Right. The thing is, the book's unfilmable. I've read the book, and it's like it is unfilmable because it's a meta novel about writing. So, like, I don't know what the fuck they were trying to do. I think they're maybe trying to do like a meta thing about filmmaking, but it didn't quite work.
There's no way. There's no way to translate. Well, I just love it because it's like it's another one of these things where it's like it's just the scope of its vision. You're just like, this is a fucking achievement. This is cool as shit.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it because it's bold and unique, and like they are auteurs. Like they definitely are. Like every movie is very distinctly them. And can I?
It's bold and unique, just like their fucking hairstyles, dude.
Yeah, bold and unique, just like the idea that two siblings could be trans. Okay, let's pump the brakes here, folks.
What if they what if they were transracial and they were the Wachowski brothers?
Yeah, that's right.
He's a real ass dude. That's awesome. The Wachowski ends. All right.
Do you guys know, like, I'm sure that this is a story everyone knows, but I only recently read all the details about, like, the stunt lady who died on Deadpool 2. Do you know that?
Yep.
I didn't know about this.
Was
it TJ Miller's career?
No.
Folks.
So it was,
Didn't she lost a limb, right? It was, like, really grisly.
she died. Well, so basically it was like a really
Deadpool
complicated
2?
motorcycle stunt, and the only stunt women they knew who could do it were white, but they were too concerned about like dressing up a white woman in like blackface to be a stunt double for like a black actress. So they just decided to get like I think she was like a motorcycle racer instead of a stuntman. They found a black woman who could do the stunt.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And like the safety people were like, don't do this. She can't do the stunt. And then she did the stunt and died because they were like afraid to digitally make a white woman black. Like, I don't think they were even going to give her makeup.
Nobody would
God.
know. Nobody would know that. Damn, her name was Saquana Joi Harris.
Yeah.
All right.
They were like, get us the blackest name possible.
No, I mean, it's pronounced Joy, but I just have to read Joi, and I would love to get R.I.P. to this lady. I hope she's giving good JOIs in heaven, dude.
Yeah. Oh, good bit. Dude, yeah, and people get on fucking Quentin Tarantino's case for giving Uma Thurman a boo-boo on a great film. This woman fucking died on Deadpool 2. Nobody gives a fuck. That's
yeah, because she died for woke reasons. She died so that no one had to be vaguely aware at one point that a white person was like mo-capped into.
Well, you know what?
This is surprising. This is the first time woke bullshit led to someone unqualified getting a job. And
well, I mean, look, Robbie. I have to say, if she died for woke reasons, then it's an honorable sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
She was a martyr for the cause, dude.
It does feel like if you talk to a woke person, they'd be like, "Well, it's right that they did that." Still, it would have been much more damaging to digitally blackface or whatever the fuck.
You're right. Yeah, holy shit, dude.
That's crazy. It cost a life. Woke shit.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Fuck that, P. I'm saying whatever words I want. It ain't no one dying.
Damn, dude. Yeah. Well, I'm reading about this lady now. This totally. I didn't know this. I knew that somebody died, but I didn't realize it was because.
Yeah, it was because they didn't want a white lady to do the stunt for a black character. Also,
of all the movies, Deadpool 2, one of the most frivolous films to ever exist.
Yeah,
I know, what a horrible reason.
Dying for Deadpool 2. It's funny, like I was imagining, I was thinking, like with, what's his name, the actress who played Black Panther? Actor.
Oh,
Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick Boseman.
Well, there you go, misgendering.
I misgendered Chadwick Boseman. I'm so sorry.
How could you do it, dude?
But, like, imagine being Chadwick Boseman's, like, kids and knowing that your dying father filmed 21 Bridges instead of hanging out with you.
Jesus Christ.
That's good.
That's true.
It's got to be rough.
Isn't he in
so rough.
Is he going to be in Mike Rainey's Black Bottom?
Yes, he is. Mike Rainey's Black Bottom.
I can't not think that every time I see that fucking title.
I know, dude.
Wow, this is great. I got a black bottom.
That's your Rainey?
That's your Rainey.
I got a black bottom. No, I can't. He has kind of a nondescript voice. That's amazing. I got a black bottom.
That's just him. That's just him looking at the black twink that he's about to fuck.
Oh, wow.
Wow, this is great.
This is great.
I was imagining it was like some sort of like metamorphosis type scenario where Mike Rainey just wakes up with a black woman's ass.
Yeah, or I mean, dude, more likely it's just him opening up a new fucking sex toy off like online. He just got a new black ass to fuck.
Yeah.
Actually, Mike Rainey's black bottom is probably a perfect description for what's going on at his house right now, dude.
Nice.
I love the dad meat. I love their sponsorships.
Oh yeah, well I also love that they clearly use them. Like they're definitely throwing those knives into oak trees in the backyard, and they're definitely fucking those pocket pussies. Like the minute
don't
the
they
cameras
always
are off.
have? They always have knives when they podcast. Like they're always just fiddling with knives and stuff.
They have. They're always playing with knives, and I'm pretty sure they have like pocket pussies and blowjob machines like in the frame.
That's awesome.
Which it's like what a great
Yeah.
what a fun obstacle course for your kids.
Yeah.
Just like having the house. Yeah, there will be. I'll tell you what. If I ever have kids, I will be adopting, and the house will be full. We'll hide them when the people come to check us out. But the minute those people leave, it's nothing but punji pits, pocket pussies, and sharp knives.
I grew up with pocket pussies, and you're gonna grow up with pocket pussies.
Yeah, man. Oh, I'm so envious of those guys. They are truly like living like the best version of their late 30s, early 40s.
Oh yeah, no,
So
those
nice,
guys, those
by
guys
the way.
rule, and they're
the greatest.
Like their podcast, I think helped me a lot. Like, kind of, because like retardedly, it shouldn't be, but like I've been grappling with like moving on to like the next stages of life, and I'm like, oh man, getting married and having kids. How am I supposed to do open mics every night? And then I look at like what their lives are like, and I'm like, no, it would actually rule. I think it would actually be like sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made it work for themselves in a really fucking cool way. They're also just such like they're so. I like those guys because like
They're so nice.
They're nice, and you can get into like the real nitty gritty with them. They're both incredibly knowledgeable dudes.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
It's just so rare to have like people, but it's so rare to have like positivity in the comedies because we are negative fucking guy,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love
Our group chat might be is kind of a cesspool of just fuck this guy, fucking hate this, fucking everything, fucking sucks.
the funny is, I mean, like, you're right. It is. You guys will do it. Like, you guys are definitely like punching up. I'm the one just finding like open mic losers from like 10 years ago. Just like, I guess his life is going well.
But I love that, dude.
You ever
Dude,
go
I
through
love
your camera roll and see how many are just things you screenshotted to make fun of?
I ran out of space. It's so funny you bring that up. I ran out of space on my iPhone yesterday because of screenshots of losers, and I had to
Nick.
delete. What?
When are you sending Red Bar Doug Culp?
Oh fuck! You're right. I should have done that months ago. Oh fuck! I wonder if that'll get me on the fucking obeyment list, dude. I'm sorry. I'm actually genuinely thinking about this. I have his comedy special on my Google Drive. I don't think you can get it anymore.
Oh man, I've done his podcast. I've been a guest on the
Dude,
You
so-
and Me and Thoughts and everyone else.
Do you know what's funny? So have like A-list comedians.
Yeah, he got a lot of. That's why I did it. I was like, oh shit, look at all these cool people doing it. I'll ask to do it
And then you didn't realize you were gonna be in the den of weirdness,
in the Culp zone.
dude.
Where it's all Taco Bell and DVDs and lost dreams.
I have this. He posted this clip, and he clipped it himself. It's not even like this was like a mean thing that I did, but like he isolated this clip from his Twitch stream where he shit his pants, and he like posted it on all his social media. And he's like, "Here's me pooping my pants while I play video games," and it's like, yeah, man, I'm gonna watch this every day. Sorry, why'd you
used to
put this
think-
online?
I never
Is
did
he still
anything
living in
bad.
that van?
I think so.
Oh god, that was so depressing.
He's still podcasting.
Damn.
I mean, he kept the dream alive, dude.
Why did he go back to LA? He clearly has no. He moved home, has no money, and was like, I got to make my dreams come true again.
Because you want to know why, man? Because, and this is what I'm very afraid of, like, it's like, I guess I already powered through it on some level, but it could happen again, because I think he had, like, a modicum of success. Like, like 2012 to 2014, like, he was in stuff. You know what's funny? He's actually in, that fucking, that, like, white rapper, like the pro-conservative white rapper. Do you know what I'm talking about? I can't remember his fucking name.
I don't know.
The guy, he's got
Chet
the song,
Hanks?
White Boy. What the fuck is it called?
Rucka Rucka Ali.
Not Rucka Rucka Ali, another person who I wish I didn't spend that much time around. But unfortunately I did. Let me look up this white rapper guy. The point is, Doug is in one of his fucking videos.
Oh my god, that is kind of sick.
Like, Doug did shit. Like the first, 2 or 3 years he was here, and then, you think it's going to keep happening, and you can't, the fact that you got anything, you can't let go of the possibility that you'll get
I realized that was, LA is like a drug addiction, because once a year something awesome will happen that makes you feel like you're really doing something, and then you spend the rest of the year chasing that dragon.
Right.
I went to, Eric Andre's party, and, when I look back on it, I have some great memory, super Hollywood style memories. But but the fucking most of the year I was just fucking miserable and being like, I am a fucking failure, dude.
Yeah, you got to remember that no amount of success guarantees anything else.
Yeah.
I remember thinking that, this is a very low level description of success. This is a very low example of a type of success, but I remember doing Kill Tony and getting the Ice House show, and then being backstage with Red Band and him being like, all right, great job, see you, man, and me just leaving and being like, that's it, there's nothing after this, there's no next level.
That's the worst. That I could not stand, because I would get on a big show which you spend fucking your life trying to get on, then I would kill, and then be like, well, what now? What's next? That's it. It's over then. I would do the roast battle all the time and win a bunch, and it was like, well, this isn't leading anywhere, right?
I think what's next is
that was actually good. That was the one productive thing I did, was those roast battles. But just pure stand-up, just doing those big shows and doing well, never led anywhere. And I did a ton of shows. You've
got to be smart enough to diversify, though. You can't just put your nose to the grindstone with doing creative stuff and not do the other parts of making sure that you're meeting people or hanging out or getting into different fields, because they won't lead anywhere. Especially if you do just stand-up. If you just work hard at stand-up, you're not going to get anything. It's just not how it works.
Stand-up, it's a dead end. We've talked about this a billion times.
Also, the rap, really quick, the rapper was Tom McDonald, if you guys want to look that up. You don't even know what Doug Culp looks like, so fucking never mind. I don't know why.
Yeah, I literally have no idea who this guy is, other than
Tom McDonald?
He's the guy
Nick
in the
and I
band
just went
that
down
Nick
such
hates.
a rabbit hole that's indecipherable to anybody, so nobody's going to be like, yeah, I'll look up Tom McDonald. They have 5 things to look up before they get there. First, they have to look up who Doug Culp is. Maybe they have to look up what is Los Angeles. That might be number one.
Yeah.
It is funny to imagine an Albanian man who somehow stumbled across this podcast, and he's like, all right, he has this big list of things he needs to Google.
Yeah.
What is stand-up comedy?
Dude, my dream is that
That's really funny.
my dream is that there's an Albanian dude running into the other room where his friends are sitting with his laptop open, showing them pathetic videos of Doug Culp. That's my dream. Is that Doug Culp's a crossover success overseas?
You want
so
Doug's
awesome.
ruin more than you want your own success.
Dude, I don't. It's not even that I want. Doug is already ruined. I don't yearn for his ruin. It's happening. I don't know what it is. It just gives me life.
You want it to keep going. You don't want Doug to climb out of this hole. You want it to get worse and worse. Nick is open mic Daniel Plainview.
Mm-hmm.
It's not enough. It's not enough that I succeed. Others must fail.
Yeah.
I don't want it to stop until Doug is living in a subterranean dwelling. Until he's banished from the surface, basically. Not dead, just forced to live in a new underground way.
Until he's living like a crab, we will not rest.
That's exactly what I want. I don't know why I want that. We do and it's not just him. Robbie and I we have so many people that we send each other. Well, I guess it's really just me that I send in the chat, where it's just I don't know what it is. Maybe it's comforting because
You
on
bring
some
it out
level,
of me though, Nick, because we do share a couple, and I always send you the cringe updates.
dude, it's so fucking because you want to know why? Because he is just as bad, if not in some ways worse than Tom Myers.
Yeah, right, yeah.
because I'll tell you what it is. Because this guy, and he's not a total failure, but he completely overestimates himself as one of the living geniuses of our time.
Yeah, it's he thinks everything. He thinks that people are reading his status updates and going, Badass.
He's
Sick.
the kind of dude. He's the kind of dude where it's like you feel like he would want you to take black and white photographs of him in front of a chessboard.
Right. What's his name again, Nick?
Nah, no. I drove this guy to fucking shows back when I was an open micer. I don't. There's and he was really nice to me when I was with you when I saw him.
I know. Nick and I were at the creek, and this guy comes up to Nick and he's like, "Hey man, how's it going, dude? I remember you from Baltimore. Remember all the?" And Nick was like, "Oh yeah, we did those shitty gigs." And he's like, "I thought those were great gigs."
He's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Those are some of the best gigs of my life."
Yeah.
They were absolutely some of the worst gigs of the whole time I did comedy in Maryland.
Damn.
Oh my god, what a fucking loser.
It's so sad, the people who are just like deaf to the audience, where they go up and it's like they don't hear what is happening.
These people who are deaf to every element of comedy, but like grinding and the idea that they'll get on late night someday.
Right. He's got a great clip on YouTube of him doing stand up in a restaurant, and it looks like they shoot
all black
around.
people.
It's all black people. They shoot around it, so you can't really tell what's going on. But I'm pretty sure he's not standing on a stage. I think he's standing on like a booth. Like I think they've got him like standing on the seat of a booth, like against the wall. And it's just him dropping like weird, like he's making references that are like 20 years old. And he like there's a part where he hits him. He's like I'm about to blow y'all's minds right now. I could solve white guy. He's like, I could solve racism tonight. We could do it tonight.
Oh, I know.
I can end. You know this guy?
I immediately, once you told me that it's like a white guy doing like a black voice, like I know who this is.
Yeah, and so the best thing is like it just keeps cutting to different people in this all black audience, and like it's like you would think if they weren't laughing they would just juice the laughs and not cut to the audience, but it just keeps cutting to like different black people in the audience like looking around confused at what's happening.
They look upset. They look genuinely upset.
They look really, really fucking bummed out that this is happening.
Here's the kicker, Jules. He does that same material at Mike's.
Yes, he's been doing it since 2012. So fucking funny.
Imagine doing a 5 that doesn't even work forever.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I think it's a
lot
kind
of
of
Boston, actually.
It has to be a kind of like autism face blindness type thing where it's like I truly believe that there are a huge percentage of comics who do it only because it's the only time in their life that like a group of people listens to them for like 3 minutes.
True. Yeah.
So to them, it's like
yeah.
They can't perceive what the audience is feeling in response to what they're doing. They can't perceive a kill. They can't perceive a bomb. They just don't have like the emotional like awareness to be able to tell what the audience thinks at all. So to them, it's like it's purely about just standing in front of a group of people who are looking at them while they talk.
Yeah, it gives me the creeps because I also think like. There, but for the grace of God, go I. And what if that is me? That's what I always think when I see these fucking losers and fools.
Well, the thing is, I'm always the thing is, you look back at comedy and you're like, that was me, but then you think, but I'm not that anymore. But you there's always the fear. It's like, but am I?
Yeah, dude.
Exactly.
Because there were days where like I bombed all the time and then I would do mildly okay and I'd be like, I just killed.
I'm back.
Yes, especially when you start, you think that you're getting better way faster than you actually are.
Oh, yeah, dude. Absolutely.
I don't think I told a joke on stage for 5 years.
No, I've never done stand-up. Damn, remember stand-up? What are we going to do? Are we all vax boys? What are we going to do now? What can we do? This is kind of a shitty limbo where it's like we're vaccinated, but nothing's open.
I mean,
you know?
I don't know. I canceled that gig that I had. I'm going to wait until stand-up is like actually back to do it again. Because the version of it that exists right now is just not worth it for me.
Well,
like, I hate it. I hate park shows. I hate roof shows. I hate.
Loathe entirely.
Loathe entirely. I love that Jim Carrey, by the way. Grinch is just a Nixon impression. What a great fucking choice.
Wow, holy fuck. You're absolutely
a kid's movie
right.
to be like, I'm going to be Nixon. I'm going to be the Grinch's Nixon, which is, by the way, a great idea. I hate them so much.
Yeah, Nixon was a famously misunderstood lonely man.
Yeah,
he just needed to be embraced by the people.
if there's an R-rated Grinch, which I am pitching to Hollywood, I'll be flying out in a month to just go around the networks and do it. He would have a fucking jug of whiskey, just constantly pouring whiskey, being like, "I hate those Who's. Those Who's don't know what they're doing."
Yeah, dude, the Grinch needs a tape recorder.
Yeah. I watched this show All in the Family. Have you seen it?
Oh yeah, the All in the Family faggot tapes. I forgot about those.
He's this queer Who. He comes in. It was on before football.
Oh, dude, the
You guys-
Grinch is. Oh, what?
Nick, you turned me on to Secret Honor, which is an awesome.
Secret Honor is great. One of the greatest Philip Baker Hall performances.
That is what I'm going to do.
Very good Robert Altman movie. Very overlooked Robert Altman movie.
That movie is actually what I think everyone does the day after they get canceled, and what I'm going to do too. Just yell at a portrait drunk as shit by yourself, like, they don't get it. They don't understand what I was saying. Oh.
Yes.
So the movie is basically, so it's Nixon right after Watergate, just by himself in a room for an hour and a half. It's like a one-man play delivered by Bookman from Seinfeld. And he's playing Nixon, just not even trying to do an impression, but he gets the vibe so well.
Yeah.
And it's just him it's just him getting drunk as shit progressively, yelling into a tape recorder and like screaming at a fucking portrait of Jack Kennedy, like, "You think you're better than me? You always thought you were better than me. Well, I guess you are right." It's awesome. It's on the Criterion Channel. Highly recommend.
Sounds like a great movie that's about stand-up.
It is exact. It's about Louis. I'll bet Louis did it right out of the day after the article dropped.
Oh, absolutely, dude.
Just fucking looking at a portrait of Brian Regan. Do you think you're better because you did the people don't think you're shitty?
I don't know. I mean, obviously, I don't know anything about the guy really, but it's like just from how much he was like broadcasting it in like his comedy and like different Louis episodes. I feel like I can't imagine it was anger when that happened for Louis. I think it was more like, all right, yeah, I was expecting this to happen one of these days.
Like that movie, I Love You, Daddy, was him just kind of wrestling with the fact that he was about to get caught for that thing.
Well, dude, even the fact that I don't know if we talked about this on the show, but like the original casting for the director, like the creepy director with the sexual assault history, he wanted Woody Allen. He approached Woody Allen with the role, and Woody Allen was like, no. he was like, I don't think that's a very good idea.
It would be in bad taste.
Yeah.
I don't like to rock the boat. If there's one thing about Woody, I don't like negative press. I'm innocent. Sorry. What was that?
I'm with you, Brendan. I think he probably just kind of like, shrugged a little bit when he saw the news.
Next might as well happen. I think at first, I think he's more mad now.
Canceled?
I've heard from a few inside sources that he thinks he got fucked, which he did. He really did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's wild shit.
It definitely was too harsh.
The problem, because he came out, it was like Harvey Weinstein, Kevin Spacey, then Louis. And like, look, you can think he should get a punishment, but he got the same punishment as those other two guys just because he was in the eye of the storm,
Yeah, well, he didn't get the same punishment as Harvey.
Yeah, Harvey is dying blind in prison.
Why do they always go blind? They always go. Cosby went blind. Harvey goes blind.
They always go blind like it's a Greek tragedy.
Yeah, that's right.
How am I supposed to rape if I can't see anything?
I mean, it really does feel like the culmination of like a deal with the devil.
Mm-hmm.
Like both
it's
those
crazy.
guys. Yeah,
it's crazy.
I can't even see pussy now.
I can't even see pussy anymore.
Hold on, let me reach around for pussy.
But like, even
like Frankenstein's monster for pussy, like snatch.
Honestly, it's probably sick for them. If you go blind and you're in prison, then you can be prison gay without having to really confront it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Unless you're the one.
I could pretend this is a girl's cock.
Yeah, that's right.
I guess unless you're the one sucking the dick, then you're blind, so all your senses are heightened, and you feel extra gay.
Could you imagine Harvey Weinstein trying to find the dick with his mouth open, like Pin the Tail on the Donkey, just hands out, sucking at the air?
Pin the dick on the Harvey.
That's right.
Look, I think Harvey's probably having a tough time in prison. I'll bet they fucking hate him in there because I hear they treat rapists very badly.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll bet Cosby is having the time of his life.
Definitely.
Yeah, because none of the black guys in his gang believe he did it.
No, well, he was like, he still missed a Huxtable.
Yeah. Either that or like, I mean, it's like black dudes in prisons are like, yeah, man, like, what do you expect when you go back in a dressing room like that? Shit.
He tried to buy NBC.
That's right.
I mean, look, if Uncle Phil murdered somebody and he went to prison, people would be like, Uncle Phil's coming? Sick, dude. That's exactly that's what's going on with Cosby. Lemaire still considers him the best black dad on TV.
Yeah, dude, fuck Uncle Phil. Uncle Phil would show up to prison and they'd be like, nice, he's going to get us out of here. He's going to help us.
How about how I got 10 to life?
But I mean, like, the Louis thing, like, even, like D'Elia and Callan, those are, like, way worse than what Louis did.
Definitely, yeah. They didn't get consent. Well, I guess D'Elia did, but they were, like, just learning the alphabet.
Yeah.
But,
well, I mean, I think that the Louis thing, the thing that's bad about Louis is the jacking off while he was. I don't think he was telling people when he was jacking off on the phone with them. It's like I don't know.
That's the one where consent was actually violated. Yes.
It's like that, and that's It's like that. Not you shouldn't have nothing to say about that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah,
that's creepy.
I agree. I mean, I think he should have gotten like punished, but I think that he got way over punished. Like he'll never be on TV again. I think like he'll never fucking.
But that? But you know what's funny? That
he's back to his Opie and Anthony roots.
He should go on Compound.
He's still too good for Compound.
He's way too good for Compound. I mean, here's the thing. Within the next 10 years, never being on TV again will be like eventually that will matter.
You know
less.
what's funny is he kind of helped pave the way for this alt media shit that eventually saved him. I think.
Yeah, absolutely. He must have fucking known, dude.
He
must have been laying bricks down.
They're gonna fucking get me. I've got to. Ooh, what if I did some novel release strategy?
Yeah, releasing your own special was definitely a test balloon.
Pay whatever you want. I don't give a shit, you stupid cunt.
Wow. What if we just communicated through email?
Yeah. What if I emailed America?
What if I made a show on my own? I don't know why. Why would I do that? There's no reason, but I fucking did it. I did it.
He should do it again.
He should.
He should. Horace and Pete is incredible.
It's very, very good.
It is like such a singularly great piece of art.
He might have known he was going to go out on that. He's like, this is the last great cast I'll be able to assemble.
Yeah, it's funny that I Love You, Daddy is not very good. It's kind of a shame.
I actually think it's good. I think it's all right.
I mean, I think it's...
it feels like a rough draft, I'll say that.
Yeah.
But I think it's still good.
It doesn't feel like...
Horace and Pete is better. I agree.
Horace and Pete is
especially if
Horace
it's like
is...
his only... If it winds up being the only movie he gets to make like without studio interference, then it's disappointing. But I thought I enjoyed it.
I think it's like a good. It's like when directors are first movie. Yeah, it's a good like first like how a lot of first movies are like a dry run for greater things that they would do down the line. You know what I mean?
I think his first
like The Keep or whatever.
Yeah, and you're right. The Keep is a good example. It's funny though. I think his first movie is the Late Night Saga. Those 3 episodes just back to back.
Oh yeah, that was incredible too.
It's a great 90-minute movie.
Not funny.
It's so impressive. Like the when he says pencil penis parade, it is so funny, and it would be so difficult if I was writing a scene where someone has to like say a sentence that makes the other person laugh as like a test. It would be so hard for me to come up with something.
What was that in Horace and Pete or
no? It's when David Lynch tells him that he's got to make him laugh. He's got 30 seconds to make.
Come
him
on,
laugh.
funny man, make me laugh.
Oh,
You're
right.
fired. And Louis is just like, I'm a pencil penis parade.
and then he blows raspberries at him and shit.
Yeah,
my favorite
David
joke
Lynch is just like, now that's funny.
Now that's funny. My favorite joke in that whole thing is when they do the montage of his like pilot episode of the.
Oh, so funny.
And one of the gags is just he has a cue card that just says Jews.
Jews?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's holding up and he like shrugs.
Yeah. He's like, I'm not touching this one. Yeah.
Hey guys, Coward Hour recommendation of the week: Louis C.K. Check it out.
Man, comedy on the internet used to be so different. That screen cap of him sitting at a desk holding a card that says Jews was my Facebook background photo for like a while.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
You should do that again. Can you imagine if you did that now?
That'd be funny if like I hadn't logged into Facebook since then. Still was.
I'd rather be in Auschwitz.
Yeah. Man, that used to be such a pressure of like I need to have a cool cover photo so that girls see that I'm interesting.
Yeah, and let me tell you something,
really
it
was
works.
A thing.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
It totally
really
worked for a minute. When everybody was on Facebook, if you were good at you could get laid from having good posts.
I used to really put so much thought into Facebook, and now it's like such an after. Like I don't give a fuck what. I still put stuff on there, but I like could not care less how many likes something gets.
Right, of course.
I think
Twitter I put more brain and thought and investment into. Like Instagram I still do, but Twitter now it's first of all I'm off Twitter because I got banned.
You are, yeah, but you're posting from the fucking Loud Boys account, dude.
Loud Boys account, yeah. I also didn't really get banned. I'm kind of choosing to lock myself out,
Right.
but because I called Tim Pool a retard. But but like Facebook now, it's just like this fucking diarrhea. It's like the worst. Do you guys watch that QAnon documentary, by the way?
No, that's the next thing.
Is it good? I kind of
It's
didn't.
fantastic.
Okay.
It's so good. It's not like lib shit at all. It's like it dives. It's like they've been working on it for 2 years, so it's not like we should do something because the Capitol thing happened.
Okay,
Guys,
right.
I'll check it out.
He's been following the 8chan creators for 2 years, and that it's basically it's a Trojan horse 8chan documentary. It's really good.
Gotcha. All right, yeah, I'd listened to that. Jake Hanrahan did that Q clearance podcast, so I assumed it would be the same info.
The Q shit doesn't really like the way it affects politics doesn't really come into play in the last episode, which is actually very, very good. The rest of it is like I said, it's like incel Tiger King. Because it's like just two website owners at war at each other, and they're just freaks. They're just both fucking freaks. I can't believe Q, spoiler alert, is an Asian guy.
Oh, yeah.
Ron Watkins.
That was known. People were posting that they thought it was him like a year and a half ago also.
I mean, if you look at the evidence, it's so fucking clear it's him.
Yeah.
It's like, of course, yeah. Like, why would Q only post on 8chan?
Right. Yeah, man, it's definitely the next one on the. I was gonna watch it last night. I was planning on only watching one episode of Wall Street with Mark Wahlberg, but
hell
I
yeah,
just got sucked in. So
I gotta watch it, dude.
Robbie, Mark Wahlberg is my. I mean, like, you know what's funny? You spend your fucking 20s being like, admiring like underground nobodies as true artists. You're like, I like Daniel Johnston, or I like
right.
But
cool people.
Yeah, but when you get to your like late 20s, your early 30s, you're like, no, it's Mark Wahlberg who's the man.
Yes.
Like Mark Wahlberg
is the fucking man,
dude. He's so great. I love him so. He took everybody with him. There are so many people in this documentary where their only credit is Mark Wahlberg's lifelong friend.
Well, the geezer teaser guy, that guy who just like makes cheap budget movies with Bruce Willis and like De Niro and all these old hat wash-ups.
Yeah,
he's the real life turtle. Like he got a career just because he was friends with Wahlberg and like drove him around.
Yes, and like he seriously. There's a guy in this.
Google that article. There's a really fascinating article called the King of the Geezer Teaser that profiles this guy who all of his friends are like, I don't know how he's not been killed by the Russian mob, and he's like the guy behind like all these like B movies starring big celebrities that like get
okay. I might love Mark Wahlberg too, because how many people have we known who like made it and then instantly cut all ties immediately?
Yes, dude.
Yeah,
Sandler and Wahlberg, they fucking help their friends.
Yeah, dude. Even to the point where like there's somebody in one of his companies where it's like it looks like it's not going to be a good investment for him, but he's like, I like you. He's like, you're somebody that I want to work with. He's like, you can always come back to me, and I'll always have like a place for you. Like if this business venture doesn't work out, but he gets linked up with midway. And what's so great about the show is midway through the show, fucking COVID hits. So like, yes, dude. So like the first 3 episodes are like Mark Wahlberg, like all of his business ventures are taking off. He's in he's in the food spaces, in the apparel space. He's in all the spaces. And then COVID shuts the Mark. I mean, it's like it's crazy to watch him like truly battle with like not being able to be a positive person. Also, a really great thing the show does periodically. People will say things to Mark Wahlberg, and instead of Mark Wahlberg responding to them, the documentary will cut to footage from one of Mark Wahlberg's movies, mainly Three Kings and Boogie Nights. I don't know if they can get the rights for any
really
of the
good movies.
Both really good movies. And instead of Mark Wahlberg responding, they cut to a clip of one of his characters saying something that could be a response. Like
That's
an
awesome.
It's so
That's
fucking
so
awesome,
cool.
dude.
What
But
awesome editing.
He gets linked up with this Greek Orthodox priest who is an activist investor on Wall Street. Really fucking interesting guy. And just like even their dynamic is like it's the best documentary I've ever seen.
You want to know
It's
what I like
really
about,
good.
You want to know what I like about Wahlberg is he is an incredible actor, but I don't think he knows how to unlock his incredible. He needs like a great guiding hand, but when he gets it, he can really put in a great like even in the Ted movies, he's really funny in those, and like he acts his ass off. And fucking Three Kings, Boogie Nights, Departed, he's incredible in.
He's
like,
greatest.
He's in a lot of great movies.
His greatest asset, I was realizing this watching this, it's not his acting ability. It's not even really his looks. Like he wasn't a bad looking guy when he was younger, but like none of the Wahlbergs are like stunningly handsome. Like if you look at Mark Wahlberg from a bad angle, you're like, this guy, and his beard is really rough. He's got a worse beard than me. Yeah. He's got small features, but it is his charisma. He is maybe one of the most charismatic people on this, and his genuine. I'm sorry, I fucking love Mark Wahlberg.
But because you know what he is. You know, we both love real life characters, like larger than life dude. Like he's like a real life fucking character. You know, like he fits in perfectly with every Boston movie because he's just that guy.
He's that fucking guy, dude. He said something in the documentary where like they're taking on like a risky investment, and he's like, hey, look, he's like, it's like I always say, sometimes you got to bite off more than you can chew, and just chew like hell. And I was like, I've just been saying that to I've just been like walking around just like, you gotta bite off more than you can chew and chew like hell. That's what you gotta do.
Spot the lie.
You can't spot the lie, dude. He's a positive person.
Hey, I fucking gotta chew things. What's wrong with chewing? You gotta fucking chew. If you don't chew, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna swallow?
It's good for your fucking jaw. It's good for your jaw. You wanna have weak teeth?
If you don't chew, you're gonna swallow and you're gonna choke on your food, okay?
Yeah. If you don't chew, you're gonna choke. We don't choke in the Wahlberg house.
I don't know how to argue with any of this.
Mark Wahlberg's a man.
Brendan, you don't argue. What you do is you lie down, you put on Pain and Gain, and you just enjoy. Nick and I love enjoy.
Love to all. Enjoy.
Love to all. I realize QAnon is just. Remember after Kofifi hit and he tweeted out, "Who can solve the mystery of Kofifi? Enjoy." QAnon is them trying to figure out the mystery of Kofifi.
Well, everybody forgets that he named a piece of legislation. I hear he named a bill after it or something.
Yeah. You're the one who found that. That was a good find.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Yeah, it's funny how he refuses to ever take even the smallest L.
No,
I don't count. I don't see any L's. Where are the L's? It was a W from the start.
Take that L, you turn into a W, baby.
That's
Donald
right.
J. Trump.
Crinkle it up.
Turn into a J. And the J, businessman Donald J. Trump, the man is yet to take an L. Stop the steal. Stop the
dude,
steal.
I kept laughing about like when Donald Trump, if Donald Trump ever comes back to Twitter, he's got to make his pronouns Bing Bong.
Bing bong.
Bing Bong.
Bing.
Name's
bong.
Don, pronouns Bing Bong.
Bing, bong, bong, bong. Bing bong, he, her, bing bong. It's all the same. We're all big, wonderful family.
I'm surprised
totally what he
that
would
Twitter hasn't made pronouns like a drop-down thing or like a field that you can fill out, like location and birth
It's
date.
crazy how quickly that's one of the because I took a UCB course, took a few years off, then did another one, and they started the course with, all right, everyone list what we'll go around the table and say your pronouns. It's like, and everyone just had the thing you'd expect their pronoun to be. It's like, what is the point of this exercise?
Right.
Why are we doing?
There's
it?
absolutely
I don't like
no
how
point.
Quickly, like it's like, who vets this stuff? It's like, all right, we're all doing this now. And if you don't do it, you're a bigot. It's
Cult
like,
mentality.
Give me a fucking year, dude.
It's like I'm not. You know what's funny? I'm not against if people want to I'm not against people having like weird pronouns or wanting to specify their pronouns. That's fucking fine. I truly don't give a shit. But you should, for a majority of the population, be able to assume someone's gender. Like that's
exactly.
It should be totally fine to do that. You know what I mean?
My issue is not if you have specialized pronouns that I might not get at first to list them, so I fucking know what you want to be called. But what the woke thing is like everyone should list their pronouns because otherwise you otherize people. It's like, no, how about we not all fucking change our behavior to assist fucking 0.01% who wants to be called like they, she, or whatever.
Well,
it doesn't make sense, but that's okay.
I mean, the whole thing.
This
the
is
whole
a
thing,
podcast
the whole
for
thing
like
with
dads now.
The whole thing with otherizing, and you know who brought up this point was a friend of the show, Mike from Red Bar. But he talks about like he talks about like otherized. He talks about like trans people and people of color being otherized. He's like, Jules, don't these people ever think about what it must be like to be ugly? He's like ugly people are the most othered people, and there's no community for them. And he's right. It's like you can't outright avoid otherness. You know what I mean? And I think it's something that everybody experiences at a different point, depending on like what you know.
No, it
what
feels like a
scenario
vengeance tactic. Like I'm gonna marginalize regular people because I feel marginalized. That's all it is, dude. And also like it's.
But
crazy
is it even trans people pushing this the loudest?
It's non-binary people.
Yeah.
But is it even them?
That's a bunch of. Let me just say, it's wacky. It's just a little wacky.
Yeah.
I know a comic.
Do you know what's funny? We say that, but every single person who falls into that category, not every single one, but the majority of people I know who fall into that category, like when you actually talk to them about this, they're way more chill about it than like the narrative.
You're talking to different people than me, buddy.
Yeah,
really?
I mean, that's my point. Is I feel like most of this stuff is coming from people who aren't actually affected by pronouns because they are women.
Interesting.
Are you saying Kamala Harris has not been affected because she has her pronouns in her? Look,
her stepdaughter looks like Arthur.
Most of these people with these pronouns, I think what you should have in your bio is 3 letters: BPD. Arthur Hickman, yeah, dude.
No, I meant fucking Arthur the Aardvark.
Oh, okay, well, she also looks like Arthur Hickman.
That's true. Damn, you're right. That's actually a much better comparison.
Kamala's daughter just looks like every Brooklyn comic. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
and her son listens to Cumtown, so that's cool.
That's awesome. That's so, dude. It must be so funny to listen to a podcast where they're just dunking all over,
making fun of your mom. Oh man,
it's gotta be awesome.
Nectar.
Oh man, yeah. As a 13-year-old boy, just hearing that it's got to be so sick.
Dude, it's like if we were kids and Bam Margera came to our house to dunk on our moms.
Do you think he ever accidentally connects it to like the iHome speakers or whatever? Do you think like just to subtly roast her while she's in the kitchen?
Yeah. Who are these incels talking about me? You wouldn't get it, Mom. His name is Shane Gillis. He's the coolest guy ever. I don't want to talk to the president today.
It is funny to imagine Shane as like a Marilyn Manson type figure for like present day lib moms.
Yeah.
They're like, don't listen to that.
The beautiful people.
That's gonna ruin your brain.
Yeah. I can't wait till a podcast is on some school shoot. That actually did happen. In the Ohio was a Chapo guy.
That's right. I forgot, dude. Yeah, dude. How
that shooting was swept under the rug. They're like, let's not read into these political motivations by a white guy.
How fucking
the narrative a little bit.
How funny would it be if a dude shot up a mall and then right before he put the gun in his mouth, he went, "Shout out Riggins."
Adam eats dust. I mean, what would a Coward Hour fan yell out before killing themselves in a public place?
Ari Kaplan sucks.
Yeah.
Don't have Ari back on.
That's Ari doing it to himself.
No, they would.
Yeah.
He's the shooter.
Probably they would just like start praying.
That would be dark. That would be insanely dark. That's probably the worst possible outcome.
Yeah, is they do the sign of the cross and then commit seppuku.
Jesus Christ.
They would just sing the theme song, or they blare it out like "Say Anything" as they kill themselves in the head.
Well,
Yeah,
what
dude,
they
that's
would
what
do
they
is
would.
they would like break. They would intentionally break their neck sucking their own dick.
I think Robbie, you're right. They would gun down however many. Hopefully they get a high score. They would gun down a lot of people, and then they would start like singing the theme song through a megaphone. And the cops would just all start dancing like the end of Ghostbusters 2016. You know, like they wouldn't even be able to take them in. They'd be like, "That song is so fucking good," and then we'd probably get a bunch of new listeners. This is like the perfect PR stunt.
Great PR.
This is even better than the Aqua Teen Boston bomb stunt.
Shake, did you put bombs all over Boston? I thought it would be a good idea.
Apparently, there was actually they did an episode about it that was never finished and never aired.
I remember when that happened. I think I was in Boston at the time, and I was like, "This is such a stupid controversy."
Yeah, because it was never intended to be a bomb scare.
No, it just looked like a bomb. It was just viral marketing.
Yeah. Oh, do you remember when those guys got interviewed? It was so fucking funny because they got there are criminal charges pending against them, and so they're being interviewed by the news, and they refused to answer any questions that weren't about their haircuts.
I remember that. That was great. That was a very South Park guys move.
Yeah, dude, it was awesome.
Was so funny. That show is so fucking good. We talk about Adult Swim every time I'm here, but man,
I rewatched it on HBO Max, and it's better than I remember. It's really
I agree.
Funny.
I like it more as an adult. I think it's so absurd and nihilistic, and like an evil show. It's very dark. It's like a horror anthology, kind of.
I would categorize it as horror. It's a scary, and it's funny because it's it exists in such a bubble. Even there are other Adult Swim shows like Brack Show and Space Ghosts are in a similar vein. But Adult Swim leans really hard into body horror and just like very upsetting themes, and it doesn't really all those shows are so insular because it doesn't feel like they influenced anything that came after them, and it doesn't feel like anything that came before it. But it also has aged really well.
Right.
That makes sense.
I'm with you. No, it is completely of its own and its own thing. I mean, it influenced a lot of shows right after it that kind of went nowhere, like that Gavin McInnes show or whatever.
Right, and art, you can see initially you can see its influence on Archer, but I think Archer is I don't really see the connective tissue anymore.
Yeah, definitely. Right. Its animation style was very influential too. I mean that it kind of coined the Adult Swim style, a shitty flash background and limited animation. Yeah, God, what a great show.
Mm-hmm. Man, I just watched Beef House.
Almost as good as Three Busy Debras.
Almost. It doesn't quite reach the heights.
I hate Three Busy Debras, but I felt more depressed watching Beef House. Because, it was... It's just it's too ironic. It's it's too many layers of irony where now I'm just watching a bad sitcom.
Yeah,
those guys have declined, huh?
He became the comedy was totally a film that was predicting where the fuck they would go. You know what I mean? Just getting totally lost in the bit.
Mm-hmm. The comedy was good. That might have been the last thing they did that I really enjoyed. I like that movie too.
Yeah, the comedy and entertainment.
I like the first
are both really
first
good.
Couple seasons of On Cinema were funny.
I've actually never seen any of that.
Well, it's impossible to catch up because there's there's 400 episodes and
it's like a soap opera.
Mm-hmm. And the bits it is crazy when you step back and look at how insanely complicated it all is. On some level it's kind of funny, but it also makes it really hard to
I think Dave Cyrus put it. I shouldn't have said his name, but whatever. He put it really well. Where it's at this point, their whole comedy is just oh, you understand us, but instead of actually trying to make you laugh, it's just trying to oh, we the whole joke is that you get it and understand it. That's On Cinema because it's so dense that you like it just because you understand what they're doing. Because not a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, as a teenager, that was kind of the thrill of Tim and Eric was putting it on in front of people who wouldn't get it or like it.
Exactly, it makes you feel special and smart, but you're actually very stupid, and you should feel bad about yourself for liking comedy that we don't like.
Right? Yeah,
you should feel bad.
Sam. Real online boy.
Yeah, you should feel bad about liking comedy that we don't like, and the only comedy that we enjoy is podcasts of people we know.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
At that point, I think that's where I am. Where I'm I just watch dramas. I watch dramatic TV shows, and then I listen to my old various ex-roommates of mine's podcasts.
Right.
I mean, that's awesome. But we also weirdly know a lot of the like everyone likes this stuff. Like it's like real comedy fans all seem to be gravitating towards like this podcasting sphere.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
real comedy fans. I've never heard like, I mean, I guess if I was just like a coworker at some, if I was back in the office, maybe they'd talk about like, oh, have you seen Rami this week or whatever? But it feels like real comedy nerds are way more into podcasts than what's on TV right now.
Hulu comedy is grim. I was just on Hulu scanning through their originals, and it's like exclusively like Rami, Shrill. It's like exclusively that kind of thing.
Hey, when I watch comedy, I want to be lectured at by a fucking diverse person.
Yeah, man. I might come across unhinged, but I was watching The Witcher, and really, I finished the season, but it really just made me. I'm like, I'm just gonna read these books. I don't want to watch like this version of it because like I was watching it, and it's so gay. Like
really,
it's like it's very I mean. It's forced diversity. I hate to sound like, this is going to make me sound like an alt-right guy, but it's like clearly it's the kind of diversity where there were clearly like specific numbers like put in stone as far as the casting.
I mean, I talk about this. There's this isn't just white guys who talk about this shit. I talked about this with like a black woman friend of mine last weekend, and she was like, "Yeah, dude, this woke shit is insane. It's out of control."
Like,
really weird.
I went and I got one of the books today. This morning, I went to Barnes and Noble and I got it, and I read the first story, and the first story is something that they turned into an episode, and none of the women are involved. Like they made it so that all the women characters are like crucially integrated into every like single event that happens in this universe, but like I don't think we even meet any of these characters for like another 2 books. But it's like yeah,
they're like get them in front right now.
Yeah, it's also it's
out.
like it also makes it confusing because by forcing like Yennefer and Ciri into it from immediately, they then have to show all these events out of order. And the show isn't directed very well in that regard. So like if I hadn't watched YouTube videos explaining the books so that I could play the video games, I don't think I would understand this at all. And like it has the vibe of like they turned The Witcher into like something that women would enjoy, but like my girlfriend hated it. So I don't know who this is for.
Right.
They're trying to please everyone, so they please no one. So then they double down on like 0.01% of the population liking it, aka people who get like 10K likes on Twitter. Like, what's a better example than the SNL Lovecraft Country sketch? Who is that for? But because
I didn't even know they fucking did that.
It bombed so bad. It wasn't a parody of Lovecraft Country. It was a woman talking about Lovecraft Country, and that was the whole joke. And it bombs in the room. It's not funny. But it goes viral on Twitter just because, like, oh, we know what they're talking about, and it's like a woke thing.
Right.
It's like, this is the issue. This is why every legacy media thing is failing, because they're way too into this bullshit and listening to online way too much. Look at the failing New York Times. It's unbelievable. We used to trust it. Now we no longer do.
I love them. I love them retracting that shit about the Russian bounties today.
That's a second in a fucking year because they also fucked up their Caliphate podcast. They the whole podcast was interviewing this guy who was like, the whole thing was like he was like, I was in ISIS and I reformed. I'm no longer in it. And it turns out he was just like some fry cook in Canada the whole time. They didn't fucking. How do you not double check that,
dude? Liberal like the liberal obsession with Russia and it is so bizarre. I don't understand what fears they're trying to prey on because like Russia's clearly not like an imminent threat to us at all right now. The fact that all of that shit was completely, and the fact that Joe Biden was just like very quietly, we've actually reassessed, and there was actually little to no validity to that claim.
I will say this: this is the shittiness of today's media, because then you see on the other side like right wingers loving Putin. Like I saw Ben Shapiro.
It is retarded,
which is
Russia's bad. They don't control everything.
Yeah,
but like they're not good.
I am a liberal. If I, by the way, I mean, or at least I don't know, whatever.
You know what? When I say libs, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
No, of course, but I'm just saying, like,
we mean like
I just
blue
think the political climate, the discourse
nerds
right now is just so fucked because there's people trying to make each other mad all the time. And like, dude, I showed this you, Nick, this Ben Shapiro post that was like, Putin challenges Biden to a debate, like clearly like rooting Putin on to own Biden. And all the comments were like, Putin would fucking crush Biden. And it's like, dude, I don't mean to be a lib about this, But we are fucked if there's a whole side that is rooting for a dictator over the president of the United States.
Oh, absolutely. Well, it's funny. I mean, it was the same way those guys were like tripping over themselves to defend the monarchy when
I know, dude. Aren't you?
Yeah.
It's
You're
like
America
they hate
first
Democrats
unless
so
it's
much
like,
they would prefer America to fail. It's crazy.
they definitely want America to fail. That is absolutely correct. Like even when Trump was president, I was like, I really hope there's a fucking vaccine soon. I don't give a fuck, and he did it. Great. It came out on a big, beautiful day, election day. You're welcome. Have you heard of Pfizer? I was rooting for that. Like only you'd have to be so deranged to want like Operation Warp Speed to fail, but a lot of people did, and they're invested in that shit failing. And this is the problem: is every side it's sports. It's become a sports endeavor for a lot of people, but it shouldn't be because it has real life fucking consequences.
Yeah. Wow. Damn, Robbie, go off.
I am, dude. Nobody likes any of my takes because I'm measured. They say, go this way. They tell me go that way. And I say, I'm going my own way. We're going a beautiful way that no one's ever been to.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. It's funny. When I worked at Jimmy John's, my boss was he was like a big conservative. He was a nice guy, but he was definitely a Republican. And somehow we got on the subject of Putin, and I was talking about that weird photo of him like on the horse with his shirt off, with like he's got kind of like fucking like chubby tits and everything. And I was like
an Iggy
what?
Pop body kind of in that one.
Yeah,
Everyone's
it's like if
look
Iggy
at
Pop
him,
was
fucking
bloated.
jacked.
Yeah.
Dude, I was talking to a
I was
Republican
like, yeah,
friend,
I'd
and he was
fuck
like,
Putin.
Yeah, and I said, yeah, he looks really weird in that horse photo. And my boss turns is like, he looks like a fucking badass. And I was like, what the fuck? This is weird as shit, dude.
Well, your bosses are Russian, aren't they?
No, this was Jimmy John's in Maryland. This was just a fucking like Republican suburban guy.
Gotcha.
it does feel like as
Russians
shitty
don't
as-
like Putin.
I thought it was
As
your
shitty-
current employers.
When it comes to, it's funny because both sides go to the extreme. Because I think liberals are going for like kind of Maoism with kind of shit because they're like trying to erase a lot of history and pretend it never existed, and the new normal is always the way it is, and everyone who diverts is bad. But I also have a lot of Republican friends who are like they're clearly losing electorally and will in the future, and so I even see this reinforced in like Tucker Carlson. We're like, well, we keep trying arguing and keep trying getting votes, but we're gonna have to like really do something to like. It's like what? Like, what are you talking about? And it's like, clearly they're like saying fascism, but they don't want to say it.
I mean, that's the same.
That's why they like Putin and all these people, because it's like, well, we don't like where the country's going and we can't win. So we need to like take control. And it's like, geez. I mean, like, and I see this from like regular Republican friends of mine, and it's fucking crazy where it's going.
It's
I
less,
don't like
it's
it.
less
I don't
like
like it.
violent and dangerous in that regard, but it's like it's that same arrogance of like everyone who's like super politically involved now, where it's like back to like Seth Simons. It's like at no point do those people even consider that they might be incorrect. So
yes,
they jump to absolutely whatever they need to like continue. It's like, well, I am infallible, therefore this action needs to be taken.
Yeah, well,
Dave Cyrus put it well. The Dunning-Kruger effect is the worst shit. It is so prevalent right now, and it is so a big part of our politics, and it's really fucking us
Admitting
up.
you're
But the
wrong
thing is, like,
rules.
political comment-
I am
sorry.
wrong so much. Admitting
Right.
you're wrong
I will
feels
say-
great.
That's a failing of mine. I am bad at admitting I'm wrong, and I'm wrong. I'm wrong in that respect. 'cause
Robbie, we know. we know.
Yeah.
We know.
Yeah, if I'm deep in an argument I'm losing, I'll double down, and it'll take a long time, or I'll just go debunked.
Well, okay, here's what it is. I think the political discourse is I think part of the reason why it's so polarized right now, especially when you have so many political pundits like relying on like an organic audience for their livelihood. I think to back off from a position or concede that you were wrong in this in the hyper polarized state of things right now would mean would hit those guys financially in a way that they're not willing to risk. So you just never fucking back down.
This is why gatekeepers are good, because following the money, like a raw money without any check on that, is like, look at Tim Pool, dude. He went from just like covering things to he's like rooting on a civil war.
Yeah.
Dave Rubin's out there like, well, maybe, vaccines could maybe turn you gay. I don't know.
He's like, yeah, he was like, I watched I Am Legend, and if you watch that movie, the vaccines actually turn people into zombies, so didn't go so well
what?
for them. It's like,
What
you
kind of fucking
idiot.
point is
Yeah.
that? Imagine not getting the vaccine because of I Am Legend, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they're just responding to what people are responding to. And that's why they double down on this shit. They're just grifting. Grift.
It's great.
Luckily, no comedian that we once admired does that.
Right? I don't know a single comedian who's ever even thought about grifting. I don't think it's happened.
Yeah, there's
ever.
no comedian who has no political principles, but only just adopts whatever people respond to.
That's why
the only person
here
who
at
does
Coward
that
Hour,
I like, and I think a lot of people agree with me, is Donald J. Trump.
The greatest. The GOAT.
People want
the
it. Do people like it? I'm going to keep doing it.
see, we consider it a point of integrity here at Coward Hour to make near constant divisive gaffes that can only harm our ability to grow an audience.
That's right.
Because that's what
that's my
makes us
favorite-
pure.
That's right. Oh,
That's my
Sorry,
favorite That's my favorite Dave Eggers book. Near constant divisive gaffes. Remember the aughts, like hipster books that had like stupid long titles? That was such a thing.
Yes,
Like
dude.
David Foster Wallace, Dave Eggers, fucking. And I
What was-
like David Foster Wallace because the Joker likes him, according to the Harley Quinn show. But
Oh fuck, that's right. I saw that clip.
pretty funny bit
Wait,
actually. But
it sounds like a bit written for Twitter women. What is it?
the Joker it reads Infinite Jest in the Harley Quinn TV show.
Okay, that's kind of funny, but also
I hear that. I hear
annoying.
that show is actually good. I
I've
need
heard
to watch
too.
it.
Yeah.
Dalton loves it, so I
Oh,
trust him.
so it's probably actually good because I know that
Yeah,
he wouldn't put up with any like weird bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, Dalton and I would never watch anything that doesn't stand the Joker.
All right, that sounds kind of sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to pull it up on HBO Max. I mean, I
Yeah.
love, dude. The DC animated shit is always really good. Like, so many of like Killing Joke was bad. Under the Red Hood is really good, and fucking The Dark Knight Returns animated is really good.
I gotta watch that.
It's
See,
really
the thing about DC is they don't really have it like it's so hit and miss, but when it hits, it's great. Whereas like Marvel is always the same thing over and over and over.
You know what you're getting into with Marvel, right? Like you can pretty much tell. But yeah, I mean,
Right.
like there is something
they don't
kind of
miss by their standards, but it's like, well, but there's no surprise to any of this.
that's why like it is. It's like I don't know if I just watched Aquaman, and it's funny because Aquaman actually follows the end of Snyder's Justice League, which James Wan said because they say Mara says to Aquaman, "You killed Steppenwolf," even though she doesn't have the same accent or whatever, which only happens in Snyder's Justice League, not Whedon's.
By the way,
Justice
great
League.
moment, awesome moment.
Oh fuck it, dude! His decapitated head flying through the portal and then getting I was like, this is great. This is yes, an R-rated Superman movie. This is what I've always wanted. But like the way Aquaman is filmed, I don't know what kind of fucking and it doesn't look like any other DC movie, and I don't know if it works, but it is so fucking interesting to look at. Like
It's also a little Fast and Furious-y, where it's like so over the top that you laugh. And I kind of like that.
Dude, it feels like all the characters, like all the designs, like it looks like toys. Like it looks like toys fighting with each other. Like everything's.
I've
really,
actually only
like,
watched
bright.
40 minutes of it, but I should watch the whole thing.
It's really cool. There's a fight that takes place in the house, and like the camera work is just so. It's like nothing you would see in a Marvel movie, and it's just again, it's funny because it doesn't at all feel like Justice League, BVS, or Man of Steel. So like on that level, like there is still a disconnect, but it's super fucking interesting to watch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm in. We love Zack Snyder, though.
We have to stand. I will be watching, dude. I have such a good feeling that Tig Notaro. I will be watching.
I will be watching closely.
Army of the Dead. Watching
Army of the Dead.
closely.
They were once alive, but now they're dead. They said, "Come to us with your life." I said, "I can't give you an army of the living."
But we worked out a new deal. One of the best deals.
One of the best deals ever in Vegas. Vegas, you know I love Vegas. Who doesn't love Vegas?
Army of the Dead should take place in the Trump casino.
Oh,
That'd be
absolutely.
sick. Well, I want Zack Snyder's Fountainhead movie. It would be the closest we come to getting a BioShock film.
That's true.
Which I also would like from Zack Snyder. I want Zack Snyder's BioShock, where it's just about how great Rapture is.
I don't want a Fountainhead movie.
Oh, I'm down. I'm down for a Fountainhead movie, dude. Let's see with it. Who is John Galt? I still don't know.
Yeah, who the fuck is that guy?
Who's that fucking guy?
No, that's Atlas Shrugged, I think.
Oh, is that Atlas
that's
Shrugged?
different. Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right. It is.
They seem like they're in the same universe, but they're not. They're not.
Well, no, what's the is it Architect? What's the Fountainhead thing? It's the Architect something.
Is he the train guy? I don't know. I read some quote with him where he's talking about like he wants to do Fountainhead, but that he's afraid that like with our current political like state that people would like read into it in like a bad way. It's like, yeah, it's an explicitly like libertarian movie. Like, what are you talking about?
Be allowed
that
to
people
make
will read into
art.
it.
I think it's a retarded philosophy, but you should be allowed to make art that is libertarian. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, yeah, you should.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie. But the issue is no matter how good of a movie he would make it, instant 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. Like instant. Like there's no world in which any Fountainhead movie would get good reviews.
Right.
And that is the problem with the media. The fake media. I'm just Trump in the last hour of this podcast.
Part of the reason why I'm excited for Army of the Dead is because we know that Tig Notaro replaced D'Elia. We know that D'Elia was probably the comic relief character. Do you see? I'm like, we're probably gonna get to see Tig Notaro ripped apart limb by limb.
Oh,
like I guarantee you, we're gonna watch some zombies munch Tig, dude. I promise you, that's coming.
Has anyone benefited from the Me Too?
Oh, I thought you meant critically. I thought you meant we'd see her critically ripped apart.
No,
but no, you're talking about you want her destroyed.
She's going to be eaten by zombies.
You're saying life's going to rip her apart?
Take just pushing around a stool in the casino, and then the zombies destroy her.
I love how clearly...
Tig is getting eaten by zombies, and she's going no moleste.
Yeah.
All right, that's a joke for the alt comedy fans.
Yeah, there was a time in my life when I went to go see Tig Notaro's show at Largo. Mm-hmm. I did that.
Dude, I went on a I hung out with Tig Notaro for multiple nights.
Them's little titties. I thought she was a man. And she's like, what? And they just dome her in the fucking head.
I love how clearly that role was written for D'Elia, too. Like, she's like waving her hair around.
Yeah, dude, she's smoking a cigar. She has a giant cigar in her mouth.
Dude, I want the release the D'Elia cut.
Yeah. I'm not sure I am down to see, like, if D'Elia had been in that movie, I don't think D'Elia's face is meant for, like, cinema cameras. I don't want to see, like, 8K.
Yeah.
8K Chris D'Elia's eyes.
What's the movie he's in where he's trans? I really want to see that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
It's so funny. That's, like, the last thing he did.
How embarrassing. Yeah, he was like, yeah, dude. He's like, I got cut out of everything I was in. I did a movie as a favor, and they cut me out.
Yeah, dude, I'm excited. I'm fucking excited for. I am. I thought I wasn't gonna be, and then I watched the trailer, and I was like, damn, it's a heist.
The tone, because I don't give a fuck about zombie stuff. My eyes
either.
glaze over when I watch anything zombie. Even Romero stuff. Sorry, I know he's a god, but. When I watch, I just don't care about zombie shit. But this actually looks really fun.
You know what's funny? I would be inclined to say the same thing, Robbie. And then I just rewatched the original. Well, I'll tell you what cut you might want to watch. There's a Dario Argento cut of Dawn of the Dead, where he cut it down to he cut it down to 100 minutes, and he changed all the music so that it's like it was scored by Goblin. Really, I was like, oh, this is good. This is really.
I've heard
good.
Return of the Living Dead is great. I might check that out.
It's not Romero though. It's just the rights were shared, so the dude who like had the other half of the rights to Night of the Living Dead made his own offshoot series. But that movie's great. That movie's really funny. Miguel A. Nunez is in it. Joanna Man.
Oh, well, now I'm in.
This might be it might be an interesting movie because in the trailer they're like they're not what you think. They're smart. So like it might be interesting to see zombies like planning and coordinating.
Yeah, that was like that was kind of like the failed promise of Day of the Dead, where like Bub, like they got Bub the zombie like started being able to talk, and then like in Land of the Dead, there's like that one zombie who's like trying to like organize the other zombies, but they don't really like flesh it out. Mm-hmm. But I would like to see it in this one. I do. It's funny.
There's one thing zombies love. It's fleshing it out and eating the flesh that's out there.
I have watched so many fucking zombie movies, dude. It is just like my comfort thing that I throw on. I just watch like old Italian.
I'm not into zombies.
Movies.
I really don't. I'm not like. I think it's like one of the least scary things that I see in movies. I didn't like 28 Days Later that much. Like,
I'm not a fan of like. Yeah, I don't think 28 Days Later is very good. It's weird because like 28 Days Later, it's also shot on like. It's shot on really shitty.
Danny Boyle sucks. I don't like any of his movies.
He's got some good ones, man. Sunshine is good. Steve Jobs is good. Sunshine is really good. I like Trainspotting. Trainspotting's good.
All right, I'll have to watch those too. I've only seen like 127 Hour. I thought Slumdog Millionaire sucked.
You haven't seen Trainspotting?
No, I haven't.
Oh, Robbie,
Trainspotting kind of makes being a junkie look fun.
Yeah, it's like
way less harrowing than like Requiem for a Dream.
Requiem for a Dream fucked me up when I was a kid. I was like, Jesus.
You know what's funny? Requiem for a Dream, I rewatched it. It doesn't. A lot of Aronofsky movies don't hold up on rewatch.
I believe that. I completely buy that.
That's a movie. I watched that. Like there's like a brief period when like Hulu was starting where you could watch like full movies like without signing up.
Yes, and no ads. The shows had ads. The movies didn't.
When I watched it, the movies did. So I watched. I watched it like in a browser, not even full screen, like with ads every now and then. That's how I watched Shaun of the Dead on YouTube, like stretched
Shaun
out
of the
wrong,
Dead I
like
actually
wrong
love.
aspect ratio.
Right.
That was weird. Like back before they had like algorithms that scraped to find copyrighted shit, you could just watch like whatever on YouTube.
Early YouTube was a wild fucking west.
Mm-hmm.
Miss it.
It's still, you can still find like 1080p uploads of. I just watched Year of the Dragon on YouTube, and it's already gone. But it was like, it's like that movie is really fucking hard to find, and somebody like uploaded it in 1080p on YouTube. Good movie. Really good.
Well, apparently, like a lot of child porn is shared by it's just like uploaded unlisted to YouTube.
Jesus Christ.
It's on Patreon.
That's the $15 level.
Bryan Singer's Patreon. $15. Congrats, you're in the ring.
What is what are Chris D'Elia's tier perks?
Oh, let's go.
He's on Discord.
Uh-huh.
He has a Discord that he posts in, apparently.
Yeah, if you donate $25, you're allowed to DM me.
My favorite thing was before he did the podcast, he was like on Instagram like, should I do like a podcast? Like yes or no? And then he immediately launched like this super slick page. Like dude, you had this in the fucking works. Don't pretend it was a whim.
Mm-hmm.
Everything about his comeback is so like PR manufactured. Like posting his clip of his kid all the time. I'm fascinated. I wonder where that's gonna go for him.
It is. It was one of the. It was so comically like squashed his comeback where he's like, all right, I'm back, and it's like instantly sued for child pornography.
Yeah. Dude, look at all right, this is good. Hey guys, subscribing to this tier means you good purse. So the first tier is you good purse.
That's funny.
And then the second tier is Juan Fire. All right, maybe this is good.
Delia is funny. Delia is funny.
He was. I don't think
his stand-up is really bad, but I think he's funny on podcasts.
Really, he hasn't made me laugh in a minute.
I've never really cared for him.
He's funny when he's just he's screaming at Brian Callen.
Well, I mean, come on, Robbie.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait. Okay, no. Here are the levels. The first level is I'll do it. That's what the first level is. For $6 a month, it's an I'll do it level, and then the $22 a month is called Log Cabin Entry.
Oh yeah, because he ran like a cult where he's like an ironic cult where he's like, oh, we're all gonna go to the log cabin. I'm gonna buy a log cabin and we're all gonna live there.
Oh, they always start ironic, don't they?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. He who must not be named.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, look, that'll be us one day. We can only hope. We can only hope.
Yep.
Chris
I
D'Elia
want
would
to
like
get a Coward Hour ayahuasca retreat going.
If Chris D'Elia had, I want to do like a cruise ship, like an ayahuasca. Like I want to do an Impractical Jokers cruise, but we also all do ayahuasca.
That's what it is. It's an ayahuasca retreat, but like Skinny Puppy plays. Like we just get like new metal bands and do ayahuasca.
Oh my god! You know what's funny is I just
come on the Coward Hour cruise. You can do Molly with Lemaire Lee.
We lock you in a room.
I did. Yeah.
The VIP suite is you and Lemaire, a gram of Molly, and we lock the door.
Will you fight? Funny. Will you fuck? It's up to you. You're the customer.
I've listened to so much Kevin Brennan podcasts and stuff like that, and I checked in on Neil Brennan, who I used to like love. Like Neil Brennan used to be like my god, basically.
Mm.
And I was like, this guy cannot be more fucking LA, because I listened to a little bit of his podcast, and he was like, yeah, I did ayahuasca this weekend, and it really made me have empathy for Chris D'Elia. And it's like, oh my god, dude, that's like the fucking
fuck
dude.
Up.
Shut up.
Yeah,
man.
Neil Brennan. His podcast is crazy. Like I listened to like the first couple episodes just out of morbid curiosity. It's him and not a comic. It's him and a comedy store waitress, and he's so horny for her.
Yeah, he
it's
clearly.
so transparently
like, what if I cheated on my wife with you? That would be hilarious.
Well, it's just like it's so funny how like on the champs he used to be like real ass a little bit, but now it's like he just won't say his real opinion about fucking anything, and it's an opinion. The whole show's his opinions on the news, but it's all I can just tell he's saying things he doesn't mean to like please like his little LA audience or whatever. And it's like
it's like you're the Chappelle Show guy. You don't have to do this.
Yeah, are there fucking
deal.
Neil Brennan fans? Like who? Like what is there to follow with that guy?
The champs was good. I really liked the champs.
Yeah, the champs was good. I mean, obviously Chappelle's show is great.
Yeah, his stand up is actually not bad. I've seen him crush.
Yeah,
he's good. I mean, he's a talented guy, but I think he's just kind of like he's a guy who had a really interesting thing going on, and then he just like kind of was like either got afraid of woke shit or he just like. I mean, he just became super Hollywood and sellouty in LA. I mean, and I don't mean to be like Mr. bitching about selling out or whatever. But it's like it sucks when you get less funny to like please people to maintain your status in Hollywood, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Which happens all the time. The only pure man is Adam Sandler in Hollywood.
And Mark Wahlberg.
Has Adam Sandler ever been like? Has he ever said anything on the record about cancel culture? I would guess no.
No, not on the. But that's his genius. He keeps all of his opinions to himself, and he is probably a Republican.
He is a Republican. He's done. He like it's on his wiki. He did some fucking like Republican event. Like
I heard Norm say he's a Republican because his only political like thing that he actually cares about is Israel. Like he just really likes Israel because he's super Jewish.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Hey yo. Palestinian children, we did kill them. They shouldn't have crossed the line. You be Palestine.
Could you imagine him with his thermos taking out Palestinian children?
Hey, yo, no. Like seeing an Arab person.
He throws it and the string is like razor wire.
Yeah.
By the way, all right, we're airing the gripes. Tim Heidecker was talking shit about Hubie Halloween because he was like, Adam Sandler is like playing a retarded person. And it's like, dude, your entire career was mocking mentally disabled.
Dude, they literally would bring we talked about this on the other episode. They would bring people on the show who were I mean, I'm pretty sure James Quall probably qualifies as having some kind of mental handicap, and they would exploit the shit out of them. And I have seen two of those people fucking homeless, sunburned on the streets of Los Angeles since seeing them.
Sam ran into David Liebehart and he signed the back of his bank receipt as an autograph. Yeah. And so he did not have any money.
Yeah, he was selling CDs out of like a plastic bag on Hollywood Boulevard, and he begged. I was on a date with a girl, and he I made eye contact with him because I recognized who he was. He was just sitting on the boulevard, and then he begged me to buy him a drink from Starbucks. He begged me.
And for the record, I think that is all fine to make fun of that, like whatever. But
no, of course.
To then have the fucking balls to be like he's offensive because he's portraying a mentally like you asshole. You fucking asshole.
It's insane. Yeah, let me see if I can find a song that David Liebehart wrote on YouTube. It's called Tim Heidecker Lied to Me.
Yes, yeah. Tim, he promised me he'd get me a hooker. Eric Wareheimer lied to me. Yeah, that song. Yeah. And also the insistence, like, I'm not like, you know, it's in the great tradition of radio to bring, you know, freaks and wackos on and let them do their thing on camera.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm all for
real
it.
on Lad Boy. Keep an eye for that episode.
Oh, and we will be. Yeah, him and Ari. It's like we love our little whack pack.
Oh my god, that would be your whack pack. David Liebehart.
But it's the moralizing after the fact. Like when he did things that like he legitimately deceived these people, you know, and now he's going to cast judgment.
Because exactly, I mean, like, look, Adam Sandler is fine, but what that does is contribute to a culture where you're fucked if you do anything offensive. Like, even in like, Hubie Halloween is not offensive, but if you're in the ballpark, people can tear you apart. Like, doing that level of comedy criticism after you yourself you're being such a hypocrite and contributing to a shit culture, and fuck you, Tim Heidecker, for doing that.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying is why the fuck aren't people going after, like, it's like this shit It's like
because he's in the good club. It's religion. If you're in the good side, then you're fine. It's religion, dude.
But it's so on its face exploitative when you watch, and that doesn't mean it's not funny. But it's like, dude, come on, man. Like, how the fuck are you going to be a hypocrite about this?
Exactly. Yeah, you should be like, you got to just go full Stern, man. Although I guess he's apologized for his stuff.
He's on a full apology tour.
But Stern doesn't tear down other people for doing offensive. Like, can you imagine if Howard Stern did that? It's the same thing. Like, if he went after people for doing offensive comedy. Right. Which he never does, to his credit. It's just crazy how many comics close the door behind them, as we mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's exactly what Heidecker did. It seems like. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, and then it also bothers me guys like that who like then you see who do they help up? It's like Sarah Squirm. So it's like you're not. It's like you're the last. It's like you benefited from the last era where untalented white guys did have an advantage. And then now you're like...
you're not paying it forward at all.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they feel guilty because, but Tim Heidecker is talented. I don't know. I think they just I think hipster things and like social justice things got like conflated. So then he's like, oh, it's cool to do this.
Well,
he might just be addicted to being cool.
Yeah,
he became a fucking Hollywood guy. He's like, it's funny for like a dude who is basically, airing like weird outsider art at 1 a.m. on Adult Swim. He like went full Hollywood. He loves being a part of it.
What was great about the Tim and Eric was it was like a weird bitterness towards the entertainment industry that kind of seemed to that sensibility that fueled it. Like, look at $1 Billion Movie. It's just shitting on Hollywood savagely in a very absurd way. Right. But then it's just like, oh, we're gonna now I'm gonna endorse all of the worst fucking aspects of Hollywood.
Yeah.
And ruin Adult Swim with my guidance.
Yeah. It sucks.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Yeah. Good episode, Robbie. We're coming up on like 3 hours, I think, right?
We're at 2 hours 9 minutes.
Oh, we are. Did we start late? Oh, we started at 12:30.
I'm down to wrap it up if you are. I'm getting hungry.
Yeah. I just like last episode, I have to go to work, which sucks so bad, but I do.
I'm on the clock. Just kidding. If my employers are listening.
I mean, dude, if they're listening, you're way more fucked.
I know.
For a ton of other things.
I'd be so mad if my employees were guesting on Coward Hour on the clock.
All right, can you cut that out?
No,
I don't. Oh. Please,
we don't.
It's a Patreon.
I'll edit it. Robbie.
What do you want, Robbie? It's on
you.
Patreon.
No, Brendan, no. The Lemaire ep tomorrow is the Patreon. This we're scheduling for next week because I'm going to be out.
Oh,
that's why we're doing this.
I was wilding out. Why didn't you stop me?
Oh, okay.
Can I do a regular one? All my regular episodes are deleted, so I deserve a regular episode.
I don't think we said anything like super fucking wild on this one.
No, not really.
Yeah, let's get Robbie on the regular one for this. Do you get
a regular one?
Yeah, we are. And can we schedule this for Monday? Is that okay?
Yeah,
to go
that's
up?
Fine.
All right, great, cool.
All right, great on mic combo.
Look, people like that.
See, now you have a bunch of stuff to cut out.
Well,
no, what I'm saying, the reason why I'm saying that is if you schedule it, I can edit it and cut it out. Is
okay.
The point.
Yeah. All right.
Wonderful.
Right. Okay. No. Let's do a normal. We'll do a normal goodbye.
All right.
Right. All right.
Goodbye.
All right.
Goodbye, my friends.
See you guys.
Goodbye, Jules. Oh, listen to Loud Boys. Thank you.
Yeah, listen loud.
Knock, knock, open up, it's me, the crazy, shady, faded fucker, so rock the G's. See a lady, make a baby, lead her on in peace. Only time I give a fuck is for my own release. That's why I own these streets. Straight up, portfolio, showing growth, fuck a pay cut. Yeah, you know I stay slut. Catch me in the spot, looping up for the self-suck. Oh fuck, I busted already, I'm coming bucket so heavy. My dream of cream coming steady, now my mouth open, I'm ready. I'm talking solo, heavy petting on a Friday night. That's talking bashing the bishop, more like Nantucket's delight. I'm taking all the time I need to do it just right. Got my candles in the fishnets cause it's on tonight. Oh, that's right, it's time to fillet. No need to debate me, I suck until I go ooh-wee and spray my white pee-pee. I got that ski.